everyone, and welcome to the Xbox Games Extended Showcase, where we're going to be seeing more of what they revealed during Sunday's showcase. As always, I am your host, Derek Bittner, at least it seems like for these reactions, and I'm joined by Ash Paulson, but it's kind of the middle of the day on a weekday, so a lot of us are kind of working as well. So
yeah, it's been a little bit touch and go.
Yeah, Brandon can't make it. Daniel can't make it. They're both working. John is, I believe, having dinner with family, so
yeah,
that's not available. And Steve, well, Steve's been kind of working out. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, he's got a new cut.
Great. Yeah.
But he's going to show us a show. Be back in about. He'll be here in about 30 minutes, and we'll get him a little bit more animated.
Hell, we were already kind of setting up last minute here because I was in a work meeting until about 9:30, so I had about 15 minutes to put together our thumb really quick. And Derek, we were scrambling to get set up.
Yeah,
we're here now. We are here now.
Oh, Game Showcase Extended.
I gotta apologize because I gotta get the YouTube chat on my screen, so I gotta hide everything real quick while I pop out the chat so I can actually see you guys as we go through this. So apologies for that.
There's the normal one.
There we are.
I know what this is. Well, hey, look, we're happy to be a part of it nonetheless.
So yeah, as far as we know, we're only going to see updates on what was announced in the regular showcase here. Yeah. Nothing new as far as we know.
And thank you, Super Paper Pokemon. I got the volume raised up. Let me know how the volume levels are. We got Ash here, and just let me know how we all are sounding. Homecoming Hero, thank you very much for the $2 super chat saying, what do you two means? That's Steve right there. I mean, yeah, he's
obviously
looking pretty good.
Yeah, looking quite dapper. Yeah, Sky Dean's team, it's kind of like their treehouse. That does seem to be what the case is. We don't know that there won't be any new announcements here, but that's what we've heard.
Yeah, they said they're going to be new trailers, but I wouldn't expect anything huge.
Right.
That said, I it'd be cool to see some of these in extended look. I mean, they're going to be. I'm going to turn off these closed captions and turn. Wow, they really do not. They really want to say we are happy to be a part of it, nonetheless.
Of course, they had to show spiders in the intro.
Of course, Xbox is all about the spiders. Also, I don't know if this is copyrighted music, so I'm muting it for a second.
At this point, who even knows?
Amazingly, we have not gotten copyright claimed yet, so
that's incredible.
I'm very happy with how well I've done. And yes, Bunglaroo. This is a 90-minute show, so. Yeah. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like we'll be in the situation we were the other time when we watched Xbox, where it went for 4 hours, where it was mostly just people hanging out on the couch.
And we just originally had to eventually just had to peace out because it was just going too long.
Yeah.
The Bagel 14 says, apparently they tweeted out more trailers, news, and more. That's 2 mores in one statement. So,
yeah,
it's a lot of more.
Game Showcase Extended.
A lot of more.
I'm Aaron.
Yeah.
This is Malik. And we have the honor of diving deeper into some of the most exciting and talked about announcements.
Yeah, I like deep dives.
Gameplay from the Xbox
yeah, hell yeah, you do.
Showcase just 2 days ago. For the first time ever, the entire
and I can confirm that Xbox's official Twitter says you saw them at the Xbox Bethesda Showcase. Now dive in with more trailers, news, and more. So we'll see.
Today we've got Bethesda's own Pete Hines right here to tell us more.
Daniel, we got Kid Ellis to react with us. Yeah.
Brand new Xbox franchise are.
I love how even he's like world premiere. That's become like its own meme.
I need to.
But first, we begin with a special look at how our fans got to celebrate.
I need to pick up Game
Xbox
Pass
today,
since they have that deal going on where it's 1 month for you get the first month for $1 and the other next 2 free. So basically 3 months for $1.
Does that work if I have an existing subscription?
I don't know.
Probably not. Like I'll cancel and resubscribe.
People loving to come together as a community. Their love of video games.
Wait, where is this event?
Just a really special time for everybody. Myself.
This might be the Summer Game Fest in-person event, maybe?
Well, it says Xbox Fan Fest.
Weird. Huh, we hadn't heard about that.
Or winning a football game.
Yeah.
It's so great.
I really hope we can get get me into the Summer Game Fest physical event next year. Well, E3 will be back next year, so it might not be necessary.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. They kind of kept the Summer Games Fest thing under wraps. Although everybody that played Sonic were like, ooh.
So we said, okay, great. So you're going to see a ton of gameplay.
Funny, I heard people who played Sonic had more positive impressions than what the videos showed.
The ones I've seen has been very just like, not feeling this.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Franchises, Japanese franchises don't always come to Xbox. We've been working on
Still
that.
so wild that Silk Song was shown during Xbox of all things.
Yeah.
It's important to us. We not
Who would've
only have all the
guessed?
games coming from our internal studios, but also great independent game developers.
And Persona,
that
of
we work
course.
with around
Jeez.
the world.
Yeah.
So could not be more
I still
excited for what we're doing with
really
Kojima.
hope
And he's got this really great idea for
we
a
get
game.
Persona
And I want to be clear.
1 and
I know
2
we say like
at
experience
some
and stuff.
point.
He's building a video
'Cause
game, but he has
especially
these
after
really
researching
unique
them,
things that he
well,
wants to do
especially
in the
2
game.
after
And we said,
researching
okay, let's go do
all
something
those
together.
games.
And I'm just
That is
really
one of
proud
the
to be in
highlights for me.
industry
It's just
that
like,
can be
wow,
part of so
they
many people
really
coming
seems like
together.
they did a lot. And everybody else complains, like, tired of high school kids. Persona 2, at least the second Persona 2, doesn't feature high school kids.
Yeah. Console launch exclusive.
I forget which one this is.
Me too. I do love that name.
Yeah.
Nice to see you too, Bond Servant. Hope you've been well.
Yeah. Did we
Yeah,
see
Luke, I'd say I'm
this?
pretty excited for the Rick and Morty game. I don't know if we have.
Oh, it's apparently a game called Valheim, which,
Which I've heard of.
yeah,
for sure.
that's been around. I heard it.
Yeah.
It's a Viking builder game, survival game.
One of my colleagues loves this game.
I have a hard time getting into those survival games. I
Oh,
don't
me
know.
too. It's not my thing at all. I'm sure the game is great, but you use the word survival and sim and building, and I just kind of check out.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty.
Yeah, looks very nice. PC Game Pass in the fall. They did confirm that those Persona games were also coming to PS4 and PS5.
Right.
So now we just need to wait to see if they're coming to Switch.
You would think. You would think.
Bethesda
I do love that
opened the
Valheim's
showcase
coming to
with
Game
a
Pass, though. That's
dramatic
where I would
gameplay
try it
demo
if
for
anywhere.
Redfall and
Yeah.
closed it with Todd Howard
Issue
showing
Dragon
us
had basically
rabbit
just
hole
started.
goes on Starfield.
Yeah.
And we
Hey,
also got a
$5
sneak
from
peek
Lawrence
at
Hugh
upcoming
Burns. Thank you
expansions
very
for
much,
Elder
Lawrence.
Scrolls Online
What's up,
and
gents?
Fallout
I've got a
76.
belly full of
To
sushi.
break it
I'm
all
bored
down
at
for
work,
us is
and
the
you are
man,
welcome
the myth,
company.
himself,
Now, if
Pete
only
Hines
this was a
from Bethesda.
Nintendo
Pete, how are
Direct.
you?
Well,
Great, good
I
to see
am
you.
jealous
Good
of
to
your
see you as
sushi.
well.
I wish that
So I
was
thought
me,
about
but
the
I'm
go
glad you
you
enjoyed it.
delays for
And
both Redfall
hang in
and
there.
Starfield, so I wanted to give you a
It's
chance,
sounding like later
tell us a
this
little bit
month we'll get
about the
something, but
decision-making process.
fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just hang in there.
With all the time that goes
Seriously.
into a game, it would
Apparently
be
it is
foolish to
just,
rush it out the door before it's
just
ready. I
PS5,
think we
not
have
PS4 as well for
continued to
Persona.
sort of examine
Okay.
how we think about games
Whoops.
and making sure that they are going to meet our
Calamity
players'
Marky, we have
expectations.
heard this
Obviously,
show
the
is
last
about
2 years
90
have really
minutes.
challenged us from a development standpoint. How
But
we
I would
work
check your
now
expectations. I
largely
wouldn't
remotely,
expect anything
while a
huge
lot
during
of our
this
folks are
extended
not back in
showcase.
the office,
Certainly
and
nothing
that
like
has its
Banjo.
effect.
If they were going to
I
announce
also
that,
think
they would
we've
do
been
that at the
thinking
main
about things like
showcase.
Oh,
release
yeah.
dates and when do
Seems
we
they're
ship
talking
those
more
out
about
and-
the development
and
side
how
of
do we make
things.
sure we
I
give one out that we
honestly,
actually
I
hit and don't have
hope
to change
they
later.
do
So,
show off more
it's not
of
something
Silksong.
we undertake
That's why we
lightly,
put
but
it
Me
at
too.
the end of the day, I think what our
I'd love
fans
to see
expect,
more
what
of that.
Xbox fans,
Or
what
just
Bethesda
that,
fans expect is a high quality game, and,
that other
and we want to
Metroidvania
do
was shown
everything we
the,
can to give our teams the time
oh,
Oh, the
Controller
last
one.
case
to fully
of
realize the game's
Benjamin.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's
Benedict
all about,
Fox.
right? Like delivering
Benedict,
an amazing
not
experience
Benjamin.
for the players
Benjamin
out
Button.
there. And so
No,
I
Benedict.
remember Benedict because
So
of
we're gonna
Benedict
start with how the
Cumberbatch.
showcase
Yeah,
started
yeah.
with Redfall. Now, before we even get into the game,
That looks so
Arcane's
cool.
making
I
the
really
game,
wanna
and
play
I want
that.
to talk a little bit about the pedigree of Arcane, just in case people don't know.
Sure.
These folks over there, they're doing their thing.
Arcane Studios is known for really amazing, immersive sims. They do any number of things. If you play games of theirs,
These are the kind
Dishonored,
of
Dishonored 2,
interviews they
Prey,
did a lot.
There's a lot of common threads
at
you'll find in
E3,
them.
like
They
at the-
create,
like at the
really
IGN and
amazing,
GameSpot
believable
booths.
worlds. I
They
think
get
that's a big
developers
part
up
of
there
their
doing
game is when you're in
What is up with this
Dunwall or you're
with
up
this
on a
showcase this
space
year
station
and
Prey,
spider-like
it
creatures?
feels believable. There's a reason why things are the way they are. They're also also a big
poor Ash.
believers in systems based as
So
opposed to scripted.
we say
So
we're
they-
here for an
they really
extended
embrace
showcase,
player
but really we're
freedom
just here to
and sort of
creep out
giving
Ash with
players the
spiders.
tools to decide,
That's
you
really
figure
what it
out how
seems
you
to be.
wanna
There
Yeah.
were
complete
plenty
this
during
mission
the
or
regular
get through this
showcase
Watch
area.
too.
We're
watch
not gonna tell you
Ash
how, we're just gonna
react
give you
to video
tools
game
and then
spiders.
give you the freedom to go and do. But there's great characters.
Don't give people any
interesting
ideas. I
story.
feel
They
like that
bring
could be a
lot of different
Patreon tier.
elements and
Oh,
then
God.
really let the player
Preying on
create
my
the
actual
experience
fears.
they want.
And that's what it's all about. Gamers have
gotta
taken many
monetize
games
your
and
life,
made it their
Ash. That
own, and I
includes your
think
fears.
The fact that Arcane is making a
Literally.
game with that in mind is super important. Now, how similar or dissimilar would you say this game, Redfall, is from the other
I
Arcane
mean,
games?
look, on the surface, it's a first-person
Man,
shooter.
it does-
that
it
you can
does seem
play
like this might
solo
mostly be
or
like deep
with,
dive
up
interviews
to
and
4
such.
players,
Yeah.
and so immediately you might say, well, it's not a
And
single
unfortunately,
player
a lot
game,
of the
so it
footage
must
is
be
being pulled
wildly
from the
different.
trailers themselves.
And don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
there's absolutely ways in which it is different, but I think when folks play the game and
That's
when
what
they see more of
Last
the game, I
First
think
just said
they'll
the
start
same
to
thing I was
see all
thinking.
of those
An
things
hour and a
about
half
an
of a lot of
arcade game
talking.
that they love and appreciate. Why it's won multiple.
But that's why we
Action
hang
Game
out
of the
together.
Year
It might be a little
awards for
dry otherwise,
Dishonored,
but
for
we're
Dishonored
here
2,
to.
is their ability to bring
Yeah.
all of those things together.
And Steve,
really high
like you
levels
said
of
earlier, Steve will
polish
probably
and
be
let
joining
folks
us in a little
experience it.
bit
And so I think
as
all
well,
those
like
things we
20
talked
minutes-ish,
about.
hopefully.
If you want to play a game by yourself and get a great arcane story, you can absolutely do that in Redfall. But you can also do things that you haven't been able to do in an arcane game, like experience it with friends and find
Honestly, I
out
gotta say,
sort of
after the
how whole can
Xbox
become
presentation,
greater
I'm
than
more
some of
interested
the
in
parts
Redfall
by
than I am
playing
in
it
Starfield.
off of each character's
You know what?
abilities. You
I
saw
might
some
be
of that
too.
in the
Starfield
demo. So,
just-
I think
except for the
more
very
that
end
people
where they were showing
appreciate
off all
that,
the
you almost are
planetscapes
gonna
and
wanna try and
environments.
play Redfall a couple of
Starfield
different
just,
ways.
I'm
You
sure
wanna
it's
play
going
it by
to be
yourself
great.
a
It's
little
just,
bit,
but the trailer
play it with others,
personally
and
didn't
it's a
do
game
much
that
for me.
allows you to do
It's also
either of those
overwhelming the
things.
fact that
I'm glad you talked
you
about
know,
playing with
there's
friends.
1,000
'cause I'm taking
planets,
applications
apparently.
for friends to
Which
get
is-
to Redfall.
I don't have time for that.
Can I put my name on
Yeah,
that list?
I mean, that's really cool on
I'm
paper,
too-
but yeah, who's
It'd
got
be
time
honor.
for that these days?
Keep me on that list.
All right,
we
we're
need to
gonna
go
do
explore Redfall together.
I'm excited. I can't
Well, we
wait for
say
that.
that.
So
I'm
let's
sure
talk a little bit more about the
plenty of
game.
people much
Now,
younger than we are have
between the
plenty
trailer
of
that we
time
saw
to play all
last year
these
at the
games.
reveal, as
Yeah,
well as
that's
the next
true.
one that we just
Not-
saw,
we're not young
I
enough
think
anymore.
Redfall
Redfall
reminded players of
I
other
have
co-op
kids that have
shooters
time
like,
to play these
Left 4 Dead,
games.
for example. What makes Redfall unique?
except, well, I can't really play, but
Again, it's one of those things like if you watch just like combat
Hey, it's only a matter
footage,
of time.
you might look at Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood or any of these things and go, oh, I see multiple characters facing a bunch of enemies and like so it's the same game. But I think that would be doing a disservice. That it's all of the
Frequent
things that take
Positron,
place
our
in
live
between
audience
the
chat
combat
says,
as well as the
at
combat
2 million
itself, sort of
subs, Ash buys
combining
a pet
different
tarantula.
skills and abilities
There
in-
isn't
in
a
the way that you do,
chance
Layla
in
dropping down
hell.
an elevator using her powers.
I
that
wonder
Jacob can use
how
to get
much
up
money
top
it
on
would
a-
take
on a roof
to
and
actually
provide
get you to
cover.
do that.
You have
Because
different
I have to
characters who play
imagine it's in like
roles really well, how you choose to use Brie
the
Bones,
multi-millions.
the robot, all of those things
Oh, I
come
mean, the
into,
thing is, I don't
again,
know that
allowing
there
the
is a
players
price.
not to
Well,
say,
there is no price I
"Here's
could do
a
it for
set
that
of
would not
rules and you can
traumatize
only
me.
use-" like,
That's
no,
the thing.
Yeah.
Is it's
There's
just how
some
much
stuff
are people
that you
willing to
go
pay
off
to
into
see
this
me
amazing
genuinely
sort of dynamic,
traumatized
ever-changing
and
world,
You could pay
and
for the
sort of
therapy with that
experience
money.
it
mentally
yourself, and you come
incapacitated.
back the next
There you
day,
go. Pay for
and
the
it'll
therapy with all the
look and
money.
feel like a different experience, even though you're in the exact same part of the game. I mean, I think
Okay,
those are the
Becca's
kinds
hyped
of
for
things that
Starfield.
Arcane does that
Yeah,
really,
Becca is,
bring
and I'm looking
that
forward
sort
to
of
hearing
extra
her
special element
go on
that
about
makes
it for
their
our
game
Fighter
so
Founder
compelling.
session because I know she's
compelling
really
and
excited
fresh.
about it.
So excited for Redfall, and you said it here for everyone to see that we're going to be playing together. So I'm going to hold you to that. You got
Absolutely.
the proof. All right.
Can't wait.
Awesome. So let's
Oh,
talk
God.
about Elder Scrolls Online.
Super
Now,
Panda
I
3D
wanted to
says a
talk
VR
about
game where
the
you're
team's
stuck in a
philosophy, 'cause I
spider
hear
web.
no.
that, the team
What
has
is-
actually been
how-
from
why
saying
would you
things
even
like,
think of
"Now is
something
the
like
perfect
that?"
time to
My
play."
least favorite saying is there's never been a
no.
better time to play a game. Like we
Never
all
in
say
my
that.
life.
Yes, games always get better. We
man.
know that.
I know there's such a thing as exposure therapy, but not for me.
Their ability
Thanks.
to continually
I'm good.
refresh the experience for
How
players.
many-
provide
how
new
long have we
experiences, like
heard
going
the
to
line?
High
It's like,
Isle,
there's
a
never
place
been a
I've
better
never
time to
been
be
in
a
an Elder
gamer.
Scrolls game. It does a
They
lot of things
say
like
that
story and
every
there's a lot of
yeah.
politics
damn
in High Isle,
year.
different factions
Yeah.
and the conflict that's going on there. And again, a way that you can jump in and play by yourself and experience it.
I asked what
by
Turo thinks of all
yourself,
this,
even
but
though
he's
it's
just
an
looking towards
MMO,
the future.
But the real special sauce of Elder Scrolls Online is our amazing community. They're so welcoming. They're so helpful. You know, if you need a little bit of help, if you need a lot of help, help.
Bungaloo, I do have to ask,
to make sure you have a fun experience.
We joke,
honestly,
but please do
like,
not
that
put
is
any kind
such a
of
huge part
a
for an
type of
online
actual
game,
like
creating an
fear-inducing
environment where
thoughts into
anybody, no
Ash's
matter
head.
whether you just started playing,
This-
or
it is-
I saw that.
It,
Yeah.
it is a legit. It is a legit
matter how you
phobia.
decide
We
to
joke, but I do not want to
Yeah.
traumatize Ash.
No, I can read stuff like what Bungo Radiated says. I don't worry about that, but I'm not able to read that one Are You Afraid of the Dark story where she's crashed.
That's going to help them guide them in their
Can't.
journey.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I can't watch it. I can't read it.
Fallout a little bit.
But I can read your question.
The scary stories. Yeah.
The scary stories tell me that one I can't.
Oh yeah, you can never see the movie because they put that they adapted that story for that movie.
If I ever watch it, I'm skipping that part because I
The
can't.
movie itself
As
was
anybody like this
okay.
franchise did not start with Bethesda. It's one that we took
I
on
heard pretty
along
good
the
things.
way, and our intent
It was
is
okay.
not
Not-
just to
not
pay
great,
homage
but-
to like Bethesda.
No, you're all good,
Fallout.
Bungaroo.
No,
I'm
we
all
mean
good.
all
Oh, no,
Fallout, because
no,
what the
yeah,
series
I-
has
I'm
done,
just
what
like-
what it meant to us as players.
I don't
when
know
we
Ash's
played
limits,
those
so-
games, played the original Fallout.
Basically,
Fallout
just
2,
please don't start
and then
posting
what the
pictures of
franchise
spiders in
has
chat, which
become
I know our
and
live
sort of
audience would
growing,
never do.
finding a
So
new-
Yeah.
we're
you know, a
good.
new audience with Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 76.
He's been
is something
talking
we
about
really
this for
want to
quite a while.
Celebrate and
It's just
honestly,
like
you know, what's
Bethesda,
going
Bethesda,
on in
Bethesda,
Fallout
Bethesda,
76,
Bethesda.
Yeah.
The pit and your ability to continue to push the boundaries in an online game of story and meaningful player choice, and as you're going along, making decisions that kind of matter and have a real impact, I think is
Oh, right,
important
only
to the
Caitlin can post
evolution
photos.
of
Well, I know
Fallout
you all wouldn't
76,
do it
and just
anyway.
honestly how
I
far
completely
that game
trust
has
you.
come from its launch. Like, we're keenly aware of how that launch went, but we are also keenly aware of the incredible amount of
Splubber,
effort and
yes, I have played
dedication from
Limbo.
all
Great
of our
game,
teams across
and
Bethesda
somehow
to say, like,
I was able to
we
get
believe
through
in
the
this
first
thing,
part of it. I think
and
maybe because it was
we want to
2D
give
that
the
helped.
fans more of what they want and the kind of experiences that they want, and where Fallout 76 is now is truly remarkable. when you go
Calamity
back and
Marky,
look
I
at
think we will
sort
be
of
getting
where
more
we
info
were
on
and how far we've
Minecraft
come,
Legends.
and honestly how much
So-
cool stuff is in
Looking
store.
forward to
that.
It's going to be super fun.
Excited to jump in, and again, that's
Man,
one
I
of
could run
those
across the
things that
street
I'm
and
sure
grab
you
some
guys
coffee in the
attribute
time
to
he's
the
talking about
community,
this.
giving that feedback.
You know, that 76
I'll be right
community,
back.
again, not just in the game, but
Moon Road, I
what
would
they
post
do
Bluey
for
photos.
each other, to support other folks in the
Having
community,
watched
what
that
they've
entire
done to
series
raise
with Kai
funds
now,
for
dear God,
worthwhile causes. Like,
it
it's not
is
just an amazing
simultaneously
group
some of the
gamers,
most
it's an
real things you'll
amazing group of
like you
human
can
beings,
experience
and honestly
with
one that we're honored to interact with and be a part
with
of.
the
I love
type
that.
of kid
Pete, before you
shows,
make me cry, we're
but
gonna move
also
on.
some episodes that'll
Right.
just
All
break
right,
you
so
down
let's talk about it,
bawling if you're
Starfield.
if you're
End
an,
of the show,
a
I gotta
parent.
say, watching the trailer, breathtaking. It's one
brutal.
of those things from the different locations and just seeing the difference between that moon versus the populated city, just amazing. The dog
Alex
fighting,
Gavin, they have not.
Just everything was so awesome.
Oh, and Cassie's
The team really outdid
335.
themselves.
It's one of
Welcome.
those things
They
about
have not
Bethesda
shown anything
games,
crazy
the
yet.
studios
They've
game
basically
that
just
I
been doing a
always
deep
love,
dive on
and it's been
Redfall.
the case, honestly, since
And,
Well,
announced-
Bethesda in
Outrage,
general,
Oblivion,
really.
all those games
Yeah,
that,
but that's true.
you know, we
Bethesda
talked
in general,
about.
and also
And
announced that
for
Valheim
every
is coming to
single
Game
one,
Pass
you
early
cannot
next
pin
year.
people down to, oh, it's about this, because it's not. Like, ultimately what those games are massive
Rec
sandboxes
BCQ is
where
$5.
they
Thank you
give
very
players
much.
just
Asking us
ridiculous
if
amounts
John,
of
Daniel,
freedom
and
to
Brandon
say,
aren't here and
you
Steve is
go
coming.
figure
Does that
out
mean this will
what
be the
kind of game you
GVG
wanna
Daddy's
play
Day
and what
out?
kind of experience
That
you
is
wanna have,
exactly
because
what it means.
that's
The
what this
daddies
game
are
is
about to
about.
mess
It's not
things
us
up here.
prescribing and saying,
I love how
you
we
have
don't
to do
consider
these
John a
things
daddy
in order-
when
like,
he's
no, it's about
literally a
creating
father.
this
I know. I know. He's literally a
sandbox
father. I
over
literally am
1,000
not, and
planets,
yet
you can
I am one of the
completely explore
GVG
and say,
dads.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Like, it's entirely up to you to figure out what is fun for me. Do I want story? Do I want to join factions? Do I want to, build
Race Car Animated,
outposts
thank
and
you very
gather
much. Saying
resources
give
to build
Daniel
more
our love,
cool
by the
stuff?
way. I'm
The
hoping
team
things
really
get
puts
better.
all
I
of
will
those
certainly.
tools in the player's
We will
hands.
pass
We
on
step
that
back
message
and
to him.
says,
Thank you very
Now
much.
it's time
He
for
may
you
be
to tell
hearing
the
it right
story
now.
of Starfield, which is your story, which is
I think
very
different
possible.
than
work
mine,
meeting.
which is going to be different than everybody else's. And I think that's
Good
really where
vibes,
the
daddies.
magic of a Bethesda Game Studios game happens.
Speaking about the scope of everything, Todd said that this is what an epic RPG is. What does Bethesda define an epic RPG as?
I think, again, it's sort of leaning into. Look,
Yes,
there's a lot of
Cassius.
folks who
Pictures
take
of
a
Spider-Man
lot
are
of
allowed.
different approaches on
Ironically,
this and
Spider-Man
open
is like one of my
world
favorite
view, and
superheroes.
Bethesda Game
So
Studios
he's all good.
always
Spiders
pushes
Man, though, I don't
themselves to
claim
the
him at all. I only learned about Spiders Man on
limitations,
Sunday,
right?
and
Where
I never.
the items
I'm good
in
with
the
him.
world are
I'm
all
good on
real
him.
things. You walk into a store and there's a bunch of weapons or
I
whatever.
saw
Like, that's not
somebody
just
like
art on a
comment on
countertop.
the
Like, you
lock
could pick
system,
those up.
lock
You
picking
could
here. It's like
steal them
it's
and
the
run out of
it's
it.
the
You
future
could
and
create
it's still
chaos.
the
Like, we don't wanna
same
put too
damn
many
lock
limits
system
on
they've
what the
been
player
using
is
for
or isn't
since
allowed to
Oblivion,
do.
I think.
We love it when players say, I wonder what happens if, and then they try it, and then they get to see like, oh my Lord, chaos ensued and it was insanity. Everybody was shooting at me, and like that's, I think, the beauty of Bethesda Game Studios and the
Oh wow,
number of ways
Night
that they push
Industries.
for you to explore that, right? It's
Hello,
not just
Ash and Derek
one,
from
it's-
Germany. Greetings from
You
Germany.
could spend
Wow.
thousands
Holy
of
cow.
hours doing nothing but ship
Thank you,
building
Night
and, like,
Industries.
focus that as all you're
Greetings
about,
from
and
all the
that's
way over
okay.
here in the
But you
US.
could
Thank you
also
so
be
much
about
for
exploring
following
every
our
planet and
content.
finding
Yeah,
all of the
seriously.
different- and that's okay. Or you
I
could
know
just
I
play
always
the
say
main
this, but it's
story
always
and
so
be like,
humbling every time
I
I'm
want a
reminded we have
kind of
fans around the
experience that I'm
world.
guided
That is
through,
Oh, seriously.
that I
wild.
kind of get to see stuff, and I might stop here and there. Oh, there's a cool side quest that I got, but you know, I want
Serigraph
something
says
that
Daniel's a
sort of
mom
leads
in
me through
GVG
because
fan
I'm a
lore
little,
with a
you know, it
question
can be a
mark. I
little
don't know if that
daunting
means
saying, go
it's
do whatever I
asking
want.
us
so.
I
or
don't know what I should do.
No, and
So
you're just
I think
confirming
some
it
folks
with
want
us.
a little bit of a guided path or to understand where the fun is, and no
I have not
approach is
heard that
wrong.
part of
Oh,
GVG.
boy.
That's epic because it says
Is this
we aren't putting any limits
more
on
or
what you
less
can or
dry
can't
than the
do.
other
We're gonna
Xbox
set you loose
thing
and
that
just sit back
we
and watch
experienced
the
because
beauty that you
Oddly
create
enough,
with
I'm
your
gonna
own
say more.
stories and the way
yeah,
that you
because I feel
solve
like there's
problems you
actual
choose to spend your time in
games
this
in
world
between.
creating.
We've
I love
got
that.
Yeah.
You know,
nothing.
what you said about
It is
you know,
so
those moments that
surface
maybe
level
you
right
experience
now.
that I don't. Like, those are
Yeah,
some of the
we
best moments
basically
as
have
I
just
think back
been
to
it's been
playing
talking
RPGs
heads
when I'm
over
discussing with my
footage
This
you
is
all
a
from
completely
Jordan
different thing, and you
while
sort of
doing
start to
archaeological work.
appreciate
How cool!
all of the
Dang,
choices
that
that
is
you
awesome.
could have
I'd love to
made.
go.
You didn't even realize were an option. Like, oh,
What's
I didn't
the
even
rumored
think about
dates
doing that. Like,
now?
oh yeah, I just ran in and
28th or
stole his
29th?
ship and
What
shot
I've
all of
yeah,
his
that's
crew
what I've
members
heard,
and
which
took
will
off.
be
Like,
fortunately
you can
after
do
I'm
that,
back
like, oh, yeah,
from
you can
I'm
do
going to the
anything.
Netherlands
Like,
next
I
week,
think
so
that
that'll be
is,
right after I get
a
back.
special part.
So
of the
that's
Bethesda Game
basically 2
Studios
weeks from
game,
today.
And when we say epic
Yeah.
RPG, we mean all of the stories, all of them.
Probably
You
it'll
just
probably
gave
be
me
like
some
7
ideas for
a.m.
stealing
or
people's ships.
8 a.m.
So I
some
appreciate
ungodly
that.
time
That's
Pacific.
going to be top on the list to do in Starfield.
Probably 7
Now, we saw quite a bit of combat and action
Hard
in
to
the
say
game.
for them, but yeah,
That
probably
seems to
7.
also
That makes
be,
sense.
in addition to exploring and everything, that seems to be another huge.
I'm just
focus
glad
of
it
that.
is the
Absolutely.
29th,
And,
if that's
you
when
know,
it
look,
is, because
if you
when there
look
was that
at a
rumor
game
that it was going to be the
like
15th
which,
tomorrow, that's my mom's
everybody's
birthday, and I
played
took the
Skyrim
day
at
off
this
work
point.
to take her out for her birthday, so I would have had to miss it
unless
unless it was early in the morning.
Unless you decide it's
And I
not. Like, if you're
would
one of
not
those
wanna
folks that
miss
says, actually, I'm
the
gonna do
direct,
the alchemy
obviously.
thing,
Oh,
and
no,
I just
no.
go off and pick flowers and
definitely
make potions and like
wanna
live
see all
another
that.
life in another
Yeah.
world this way, then combat isn't part of it. But look, we know in an epic RPG, there's always bad
Oh
people,
man,
like,
they got to
you know,
show some
shooting at
more
you. Sometimes you
gameplay
gotta
footage,
return
y'all. This
fire,
is
and
just
there's a
I
lot of
mean,
fun to be had there.
it's-
And
it's
so,
all stuff
you
from
know,
the
providing
trailer.
a lot of different skills
Yeah.
that sort of determine how good
I
you
should
are
say
in
some more new
combat,
gameplay footage,
combined
yeah.
with all the different weapons in the game, and then you
That's what I was
layer in
hoping
ship
for. It's like,
combat
yeah, it's the
and
stuff they've
all
shown
these
before,
other
but at
things.
least
It
they'll have
starts
new
to sort of
footage.
paint a picture
No.
of just how
Oh, it's
broad or how
554's
deep the
birthday
rabbit hole
tomorrow.
goes.
Happy
Hey,
birthday.
happy almost birthday.
It's
Tommy.
one of the
Before
few
I go
days
with
we're
that,
not
I wanna talk
streaming
about it,
because
Yeah.
this was
there's
watching
nothing much
the video
going on.
demo.
And not just like cosmetically.
Oscar Navarro
I
with a
want my
$5
ship to
super
look
chat
like
saying,
this
"Did you guys
or
see
look
the
like
new
that?" Though,
Fire Emblem
obviously,
info
that's
that
totally
Emily
something
Rogers
you can do
dumped?
if
Apparently,
all
the
you
new
care
game
about
has
is
been done for a
cosmetics.
while.
But it
I
goes
have
much
not
deeper
seen
than that
this.
in terms of
I
like, what
can't
kind of
go
skills
look
you
at it
have, what
though
kind of weapons you
because
have, like,
that would
what
actually
kind
take
of
me
ship
away from this.
Are you building? What do you want it
Let
to
me
be
check on
good
Twitter.
at? What trade-offs are you willing to make or not? And then the other part of it is, of course, well, you can't just like, it's a spaceship. Those aren't cheap. So you have to figure out like, how am I going to do this? Where do I get the resources to build this stuff? What kind of
God, there's a lot
skills
of
do I need
No
to
Man's
level up
Sky
to
in
improve
this.
different parts of my ship beyond,
And as somebody
what I
pointed
could
out,
do
it is
without
very
those
gray,
skills.
even
So
the
there's a
monitors
lot of,
and stuff.
again,
It's
choices
very.
in terms of
Oh yeah,
you
phone.
get to
Thank you,
decide
Becca.
how much you
It's
want
just
to
rude to be on
put
the
into
phone.
that or not. You just want to give
I'm not
somebody
seeing it on
money for the
Twitter,
parts
so
that
I'm
you
not
want
sure
to, and
where
building.
exactly
All
she-
of those things are sort of part of the fun of deciding how much do
Brandon
you want
said
to interact with
the
this
Fire
and how
Emblem
do you
rumor
want
is
to
that
interact.
Gus from the Atelier
Absolutely.
series
I
is
mean,
helping on it.
just as you
Oh,
mentioned, the
man.
scope,
If they're doing
the
character
agency,
design,
doing that,
that's going to be,
just makes
oh
Starfield
boy,
such a special experience.
based off
So
of
between Redfall,
some of those
ESO, Fallout
Atelier
76, and
designs.
Starfield,
My
you know,
God.
just
We got a few
killing the
games
game.
coming. Yeah, we got a few games coming out.
It's gonna be so great. Pete, thank you so much. for
VGA
stopping
Fanatic
by.
said, "Did everyone see the
Of
announcement that
course,
Charles
of course,
Martinet
Pete.
voices a
Now,
character in
coming Coming up,
Dragon
we'll
Ball
hear from
Super
our friends
movie.
around
Which
the
one?
world, including Squanch Games, Obsidian Entertainment.
That's
Playground
interesting.
Games,
I had
and, of
not
course,
heard that.
Xbox
That's so
fans
cool.
like you. But first, let's hear from the creators of one of the world's most popular Battle Royale games.
All right, cool. We're done with that.
We're about to hear from the creators of one of the world's most popular
It's the
Battle Royale game.
it's the Melee.
We are glad to share Naraka Blade Point, a unique online multiplayer action game with
Ditto M
players
says the
all
stream keeps
around the
freezing
globe.
for them.
That's
As a NetEase
shouldn't
studio,
be
Looks healthy
happening.
in the
It's
back.
not happening for
Entertainment
me,
is
or
joining
I'm
hands
not
with
seeing any drop
Microsoft
frames.
to bring
So
Okay, for
Naraka
us.
Blade Point to consoles for the first time.
And yeah,
You
Becca,
can
this
play
is
the
going to
game
be the
on
entire thing.
Xbox
You are
Series X
so right.
and S, as well as Windows next week.
Naraka
We're
Blade
also
Point does
joining
look fun, I
Xbox
gotta
Game
say.
Pass, a platform with a huge player base and a
First
vast
for you guys a
future
few times.
movie.
I don't know what would be causing
Naraka
that
has
because
been
it is
so well received on the PC
solid on
platform.
my end.
I am so grateful to the players.
The stream
for their
health,
love and support.
it says it's healthy in the back end for me
As
as
a
well.
competitive survival game incorporating a lot of action elements,
Sorry,
Naraka
everybody.
features a
Yeah, I'm not
range
sure
of
why that's
characters
happening.
with unique personalities. Each hero
Maybe YouTube
draws
is
from
bored.
different civilizations and cultures.
Let's hope not.
Battles allow for a great degree
Let's
of
see what we
strategic
got
play.
here.
You've got a wealth of melee and ranged weapons to choose from, and a vast map filled with interactive elements to explore. Perhaps you'll engage your foes in samurai combat, katanas at the ready, or maybe you'll use Persian assassin techniques and strike from afar. With your grappling hook, you can fly between temple walls and across
Oh,
bamboo
thank you,
forests.
DJ Jurassic. Tagged me on Twitter with the Fire Emblem
Beyond
info
solo
from
play,
Emily
You
Rogers.
can
Yeah,
also
I'm looking
partner
now.
up with friends and use group tactics to flatten your foes. That's Naraka's underlying design philosophy.
Let's
that
see.
you're unchained and have the freedom to choose how you play.
Gust
you want
heavily
to
assists
rush
with the
into
visuals
battle
and
as a
graphics.
berserker
Graphics are an
warrior,
improvement over Three
or cast
Houses.
fireballs as a
Originally
sorcerer.
intended as an anniversary game to
Choice
celebrate
is
the
yours.
30th anniversary, the game has been
We
finished
can't
for
forget
over
to
a
mention
year.
the unique
The main
face
character, the
customization
main
system
lord,
too.
has a strange
You'll
strange
never need
red
to
and blue
worry about
hair.
running into a
His mother
doppelganger
is a
on the
dragon.
battlefield,
Yeah, as you do.
because you're able
New
to
Emblems
edit your
gimmick allows
hero's
player to
features
summon Fire
to
Emblem
your heart's
characters
content.
from the
You can
past
even
for your
recreate
squad.
your
Oh
favorite
boy.
faces.
We're going Fire
That sounds
Emblem
like
Heroes
Fire
on
Emblem
this.
Heroes,
Yeah.
I was gonna
Launch
say.
anniversary, we're introducing a brand new weapon, the Twin Blades, releasing together with the Xbox and Game Pass edition.
So
that's
like Fire Emblem
interesting.
Heroes without the
Twin blades
gotcha element.
strike with the speed of a raging tempest and sweeping
Froze,
through.
but I don't know
We've
what's
seen
causing the
similar
lag, guys.
weapons in
It
other
is
games,
literally
but
not
here
on
in
my end.
Naraka, it
Yeah,
comes
it's
with a
looking okay
style
on mine
all
too. I
its
keep
own.
checking.
Charging up strikes is usually a high-risk, high-reward move.
In the meantime, Rec
Blades,
BCQ with a
you can
$5
charge
super chat
up
says, if
while
I'm being honest, I don't
keeping
care about the
momentum
presentation. I just
as
want to hang out with
unleash
you
a
all.
flurry of combos
Oh
and
well, we
fight.
want to hang out with
Thanks.
you too. Thank you.
Since its release,
And we'll be back
Naraka
on
Blade
Thursday
has
as well
launched
for
its
the
own
Final Fantasy
faction
VII
clash game
showcase.
mode
That'll be a lot
with
shorter,
Omni's
though.
Nightmare
Like,
and the
Yes,
thrilling
that's like 30
limited
minutes,
time
right?
mode,
No,
Shadow
10.
Surge.
Oh, it's 10? Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
They said
Never
short and
mind.
sweet.
Play as well.
Cool. Well, I hope it's
Community
sweet. That's
has
definitely
eagerly asked
short.
For a campaign mode.
Man,
We're
if I get
always
to
listening
summon
to our player base,
Lynn
and we're happy to
in the new
announce
Fire
that
Emblem
the
game,
wait
I'll be
is
so
over.
happy.
Oh yeah.
Players will see the
I know you
first
love Lynn.
chapter of our campaign mode.
Oh, she's...
Form teams of 3 to take
Give
on
me
new
Lynn,
enemy
give me
types
Mia.
and massive bosses.
There have never been better girls than Fire
Disarming a
Emblem. I'm
boss
sorry.
won't be as easy as disarming another
Isaac
player.
Beck with $5. Thank you very much,
PvP
Isaac.
and campaign
Hot take.
mode
I'm way
are
less
two
excited for a
entirely
Nintendo
different
Direct at the end of the month than I would be for one
Further
this week.
campaign chapters
Kind of
are also
detracts
in
from the
the works.
E3 vibe.
So we're eager
Totally
to
get
hear
that,
any
Isaac.
feedback
I'm
you
just
have for
selfish because I want to be able to
We are
watch
also
it, and I
working on
couldn't
an
if it was
Xbox
tomorrow.
One
So
and hope to see more
but I get
players
that.
join
By
Naraka
the end of the
later
month
this
doesn't
year.
feel quite as E3-ish. I totally
Naraka
hear you.
is launching on Xbox Series
Yeah,
X
I-
and S.
Well, I'd
and
be able to
Windows
watch it.
Phone.
It stinks not to have it so
23rd,
close to everything, but
and
it's also
included with
one of
Game
those
Pass
where
at
it's...
launch day.
Nintendo generally
your chance to
likes to
dive
be the
into the
last one to
world of Naraka
show
Blade
up,
Point.
and without knowing what everybody else is up to, it just makes sense to go for the end of the month. It's like, yeah, everybody else will be done by then, because they like
Yeah.
to be the one that everybody remembers and talks about.
Man, I'd love to see you debate one of my best friends, Derek, because he is like, he lives and dies by Lucina. That is his waifu till the end of time. He says Lucina's best Fire Emblem woman, no matter what, by far. But you clearly feel just as strongly about Lynn, so I would be really curious to see you two debate each other.
I haven't actually, I'll be honest, confession, I've never played through the entirety of Fire Emblem Awakening, so I can't debate Lucina's good or bad points.
Fair enough.
I mean to, but it just...
Yeah.
I made a mistake. It was like, oh yeah, I'm an old-hatted Fire Emblem, and chose like the hardest difficulty because that's what the way they described it. And then I started just getting my butt kicked. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
I just had to reset constantly to try to do it because I didn't do casual mode either. So yeah,
History
that was rough.
is filled with moments of greatness.
Man, I don't have time to not play casual mode in a Fire Emblem game.
Will be yours.
Daniel saying I'm literally missing a Fire Emblem Best Girl discussion on an Xbox presentation. Daniel, all right, put up with Best Girl.
Yep. That was Who was it?
I agree, more curious. Please tell us
Freaking
how this
Positron.
game actually plays.
Welcome our friends from Oxide
Oh, here we go. We're
That's
gonna see how it
free-
plays.
Oh, here we go. Cool. That's Freaking Positron called it. It's not Civ.
John on the Cob, thank you very much for the $5 super chat, saying, last night I got an Xbox Series S. So it's the first Xbox I've ever had, so now I've assembled the Triforce. Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox have all assembled.
Nice.
Hey, Game Pass has a deal right now. $1 for 3 months.
And I have to say, I'm a really
Definitely
big history fan.
look into
I
that.
love
I'm going to be
some
doing that
history
probably
stuff.
after this
I've been looking forward
presentation.
to talking to you two
Game Pass
about
is
this.
amazing, honestly.
Now, we all know
Best
not your first
Becca saying, "Oh, this
strategy
goes
game,
both
but the
ways. Who's
vision
best
behind
Fire
Aura is
Emblem
so
boy?"
ambitious.
So
That's
that's easy.
More
Ike.
about it. And also for those who are new to Oxide Games,
If we're gonna say Ike, I would have to say swole older Ike as opposed to younger, less swole Ike.
From the development leads of
I always play as swole Ike in Smash.
I think I have to go with young Ike.
And what's
Really?
really
Okay.
great about working on a new IP is that you don't
Trying to
have
think
kind of
of
these
who
previous
else.
expectations that a
I
sequel
like
would have.
that he
And
gets
so the sky really was the
more
limit.
development.
We got to really take the genre to a new space, and we really hope that not only will fans of strategy games like this, but people who never
Alan
played a
Wilkinson with a
strategy before will
£2
find
donation.
something
Thank you
they
so
love
much.
as well.
Saying Sora
You're
or a
actually
version
taking it to the
thereof
next
for Final
level.
Fantasy
I
Remake
think I
Part
saw,
2.
like, a
Yeah, no.
drone was in, like, the 18th
That's not
That'll
gonna
never
happen.
happen, but
It's
I wouldn't be
very,
against
very
it.
fascinating.
Be
But
funny,
it's never gonna
but-
happen.
I think
Yeah.
that, like, if you're someone who really enjoys history, it's bringing, like,
It'd be
all
cool if
the
he was like a
worlds
summon.
together, all the periods of time together, and that's a
I hear a lot of
grand
Hector's
vision
as
itself.
well.
So
Hector's pretty
how does
cool.
the vision of Aura impact
Hector, I
the
hear a lot.
player
I don't know Fire
experience
Emblem
when you're
characters quite as well, but I
So
do
one of the
hear
kind of big
Hector
things
a
we wanted
lot
to
when
do
it
with
comes
Aura
to
was really
husbandos and Fire
explore
Emblem.
how to make the game less about finding that optimal strategy, that optimal path, and really bring in ways
I
to
still
make
really
it
like
more
Male
meaningful to the
Robin. I
player,
know
make
it's
it
kind of
unique to
a
themselves. So what
plain
are the
answer,
different
but
kinds
I've
of
always
games
really
we can
liked
bring
Male
Male
together
Robin.
so that
Robin
when you
is
play
kind of the
different
best
than
of
when
the
I
player
play,
character
and yet we can both be competitive together.
design, male
How do we
designs.
do things to
Yeah.
really impact agency and
Because I do think I
expression and
prefer
really let
male
you
Robin over
express your
female
values and
Robin,
your
but
play styles through the
otherwise
different
it's
I just
mechanics
do, I
you
female,
believe.
female Corrin
and
and
Dan, what
female
about you?
Byleth.
How does the vision impact the
Hey,
overall
Steve made
experience?
it.
So one
Hello.
of the big things that
Hello.
we've been working on is what
Yo.
we
Tell me
call
when
the
you're going to
living
go
world.
live, and
We
I can
wanted,
get you in here
the
and
expression of the
to
game to manifest
take over
itself
Futuro's spot.
in a way that was feel
All right,
authentic
let me
and
take a
cool.
quick
So
look
we've
here.
spent a lot.
I was
of
wondering.
effort
I saw
on
that you were
making sure
streaming
the
something
choices
in this
that you
room, and I
make
just saw
are
a picture of
expressed
Professor
in a
Turo.
visual way.
I
and
mean,
so
I
you
gotta have
have
somebody in
your
here instead of
citizens doing things
instead of
that
you.
reflect the choices
I can't
that you
quite
make.
live up
And
to
this is
that.
actually really
No.
good
Lord, what a
so one
snap.
of
Right, I mean, who
the
can,
goals
really?
when we founded Oxide was to not
Jay on the
designers
Cob
really
with
can't do that.
$5. Pronounced Jay
And
on the
so the
Cob
game
because
is
I'm
obviously
Jacob.
huge.
Haha.
It's
But
just
yeah, I got it
massive.
because of Game
And
Pass,
so there's a
honestly.
very large
Best deal out there.
technological
Yeah,
constraint
Game
from doing
Pass is
something like that,
incredible.
but we have our
And
own
thank you,
proprietary
Jacob.
engine that allows
Let's
us
see.
to
Let me
really
pull up the
bring
stream
this
before I turn my
alternate
camera
Earth
on and
life.
subject you all to
I think that's the beauty, right? Because
this.
in history,
Not a
the
whole
great thing
lot
about
to
learning
pull
very
up
history is
to
that
be
you learn
honest.
about
At least
culture,
with this,
you
we're
learn about
actually seeing
stories,
new
you learn about
stuff.
things that are
That's true. That
probably
is true.
brand new to your eyes. But the way that
Let's
Aura
see.
helps you remix, reimagine, and
Xbox
rewrite
Games
history
Showcase
is a beautiful sight to
Extended.
see. And I'm excited to get my hands on
Oh,
it.
I
I'm
always
sure
wanted to watch an
everyone else
Xbox
is who's
talk show.
watching.
All right.
So
That's
let
pretty
us
much what this
know,
is.
Where can we learn more about it?
They
When
literally spent the
can we get
first
our
20
hands on it?
minutes
'Cause I need it
talking
today.
about just the
So if you head
random,
over to the website,
all the
you
Bethesda
can
stuff
sign up for the
without
Insider
showing any new
program,
footage.
which will give you a chance
Nice.
to join the technical
All right,
alpha
I am going
and
to turn
play
on
the
my
game
camera
later this summer,
now.
which is super exciting because we've been playing it.
Steve,
all the
Moon
time,
Rhoda
and
has
so
a
now
very
you're
important
chance
question for you. They want to
Dan,
know,
Michelle, thank
Steve,
you so
are
much
you
for
buff?
giving us the lowdown on Aura.
No.
Really appreciate it. Grounded is finally
No, I am
getting
not.
access to
I
moving
am a
into full
YouTuber.
release with a highly anticipated
And I'm not like one of the
story mode.
ones who's like a
Here's
gym rat
Adam Renicky
YouTuber.
and Eric
So-
Dorabella from Obsidian
So give me a moment while I
Hey, Matt
readjust our
Muscles is a
cameras.
YouTuber, and Muscles is in his name.
That's true. But he's a buff magical skeleton man.
True. True.
I'm a
Oh
sad
man, I
man.
probably shouldn't watch this part. Oh no, I'm not. Okay,
I
so
actually-
chat,
The
big one,
how's
of
it going?
course, is going to be
I want
a
to play
complete
this.
game, and
So
that
I
means
played this in
story,
early
right?
access.
You know,
Oh, they're
from
not
beginning
showing
to
anything,
end,
so
you
you're
can play
fine.
through,
Unless you're afraid
why
of bald
are you
dudes.
here?
Okay, well
Here,
they opened with
how
like
you
a
get
close up
home.
on
I
some
think those are, like, the
flying
big
bug
questions
abomination
Oh,
thing.
they just showed a spider.
Fuck!
Steve!
Damn it!
We really
Listen,
just
I didn't know that they were gonna do jump.
One of the jokes was,
or,
hey, what if we did backyard survival? Everyone
cuts
was
between
like, yeah,
spiders
that's a very
and
unusual idea.
random game
But I
dev,
think
man.
there's something
I want to
there.
play this in arachnophobia
One
mode.
of the things that we
Otherwise,
did early
I'm never
on was
touching this.
establish
It's a
art
pretty fun
style
game.
around it.
Nick
Things
and I
started,
played
like,
through the
coming alive as
entirety
we
of
did
the
the
early
initial
access
prototypes
build.
like,
And it just
seeing
kind of dropped
some of
off
the
a
cool
cliff, like it
things,
didn't
like
have an
the
actual
first time we
logical
added, like, the
endpoint to
spider
it. So I'd like to see what if they fully fleshed it out as like a game that has a point. Because
sure,
we ended up finding a really weird
They were
lab.
really
The team
emphasizing
is
the
very
spiders.
small. It's the smallest
They
team
are.
I've
That's why I'm
ever
not
worked on
watching
in
it.
the
I'm
city.
just not. I'm just
I
chatting.
wanted
This is
everyone
like
to
the
be able to
opposite of
participate on the
arachnophobia
design side
mode.
of things. So I said everyone is a designer on the team. And I think that extends
I will say that
into
I wonder
our
what they do
community
though, because
and how we're
spiders are
building
some
the
of
game
the
and game
scariest
preview, early
enemies in the
access.
game, like in terms of just being able to
course
kick
they
your
are.
ass.
Game is how
So it's like
we work with the community.
I wonder
and
what they
take all
replace
their
them with,
feedback and
because
suggestions.
it's
I think
a lot of
super rad.
places
For a
that
game
are
developer, too,
gated
that
off
is
by
a
spiders, and you have to like
huge
plan to
thing
attack
just to
them.
get people's
Well, from what I've
feedback
understand, or
constantly
from what
on
I've
they're
heard,
liking,
I
what
guess
they're
they're
not
just turned into like
liking.
amorphous
All those
blobs.
adjustments just make
Oh,
They
okay.
just take
much
away the
better
leg
game at the
element,
end
and
of
they're
the
just kind of like these amorphous blobs. From what I understand, anyway.
I should try
We're
it.
at that
Oh
point
man,
now
I
that
can't
the
wait
art
for
is getting
behind the
finished,
scenes on
and now we
Microsoft
play through
Flight
the story.
Simulator.
Right?
Be like, so there's
Yeah,
a
okay.
world and there's planes.
Frequent positron confirmed. It turns them into blobs.
And I think I
And
know what you're talking about.
that's kind of funny because it's like, let's talk more about Flight Simulator when even the new
I know a lot of players are just waiting.
like
for the
Halo
story to be
plane is
finished to
out now.
finally jump into the game. People who play the game previously
yeah, I
are
should
also
try
like
that.
holding out for,
All right.
for more content. I think it's just going to pull a lot of people back in.
Scrubber
and
89
gain a lot of
says,
new players.
"Why are we all here?" And I'll finish that for you. Just to suffer.
So Adam, we have the brood mode.
Ash is here to
Run
suffer,
series
that's
like
for
a-
sure. Jeez.
Yeah.
This
And
is
we came out with a bunch of mini bosses like
the antithesis of everything Ash likes.
Right.
In this trailer, we're showing players.
What if
the
this
mantis.
game
What can they expect from this?
had Mega
So we're
Man in
super
it,
excited
but
to-
it was
to
a
finally show
spider?
off the mantis. I know that's been a
I'll turn him
a
into
big
amorphous
ask from
blob Mega Man with
players that they want
arachnophobia.
to
What if
see
you
the
had
mantis
to
in
see
the
him
game.
as a
They've been asking
spider?
for
Like
this
it was
for
just
long.
a spider
Do we have
wearing a
anything
Mega
else
Man
that the
helmet
players
with
can get
busters
excited
on
about?
each
You
of
know,
its
the mantis is just a
legs.
little
I'm good.
tease
I'm
of
good on
the
that. I-
fights, but there's more to come.
Poor
I'm
Ga-
fine.
Poor
potentially
Game Belt
mini boss
Summit
fights that we have planned
has
for the full release of Grounded.
been sick for the past 2
There's a lot
days.
of
Feeling a
more
bit better
secrets
today,
and
but
other
shouldn't
things
get your
to
hopes up
uncover.
yet. I mean, it'll turn around. It'll turn around.
When we reach
It'll get
Yeah,
better.
it gets better.
Sorry you haven't been
Lots of
feeling well,
fluids
though.
and lots of
Super
rest.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then we hit the
Rec
next
BCQ
milestone of
did give us a
10
$2
million
super
players
chat
still
saying
getting Xbox
Steve's here now, so it's Daddy's
and Xbox
Daddy's Day
Game
out.
Preview Early access.
Yep.
That just goes to
Daddy's
show that
Day
we
out
have
has officially begun.
Fantastic game. Everyone's just so surprised at like.
Well, I have to take a
how-
trip out to the furniture store
much
here
Grounded
today
has
after
grown.
this. I'm not very
Oh, fun.
excited.
Oh.
I just hope the players and the community.
Edible
understand
asked,
how
you must not have been
important
here
they are
earlier
and
because I
impactful
mentioned
on
this, but you
this
asked,
game
do I
with
like
us.
Spider-Man?
We're so
I
thankful for
ironically
everyone's
love
support
Spider-Man. It's
along the
just
way. It's been an
spiders
amazing
themselves.
journey, and
Spider-Man's
To be fair,
finally
Spider-Man is
at
more
almost
man
at the
than
finish
spider.
line.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
think,
Spider's
we
man,
wouldn't
which
be
I've been
here
told
without
about now and
our
never want to
amazing
look at.
community and
What about
all of
Man
the support.
Spider though?
I agree. Best.
Which is a
Sounds like
thing
something I
in
would
the
like.
comic
Yeah.
books. It's Spider-Man, but he mutated into a spider.
Oh, fun. Fun. I think I'm good.
I mean, he walks on
they-
two legs.
they
but
did
he's
that-
covered in hair and has like
They
compound
did that in
eyes.
the 90s show.
Yes, they did. Behind the
So I
scenes.
got a call from my good friend York
Like, I
Newman,
get
the
that there's a
head
lot of
Microsoft
work that
Flight
goes.
Simulator.
Oh, it's Paris Lilly.
It was imperative
Who is that?
that I meet with him. So I'm in this
Well,
helicopter, flying to this
kind of like a
location.
hype
We're on our
caster,
way.
and
Let's go.
most famously known for his cyberpunk chair at one point.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I have no idea who that is.
Same. Watcher TL, fair question. Thoughts about Web Spider? Web Spider's fine. He's a robot, not a robot. He's a Reploid Maverick, but it's not like robots are fine. Like it's just the realistic tarantula-looking type things that really bother me. I can deal with spider robots and stuff. That's all fine.
It's still secret. I'm sorry.
York.
VRPG Productions, they have not talked about the Steam versions of Persona yet.
No.
I don't think they're
they
going
would
to,
talk about the Steam
honestly.
version at all. Yeah,
I don't think they're going to talk about Persona.
Probably not. I don't think there's a whole
No.
lot to talk about.
Not really.
Yeah.
The Air
I
and
mean,
Space
to be
Museum
fair,
is
though,
pretty cool, though.
It is. I've been there. It is a really, really cool trip. I went there in 8th grade.
Oh,
I
that's
probably
awesome.
should go back.
It's like the perfect time to go.
Yeah, it's a great field trip.
Cartridge from the Smithsonian National Air and Space.
Oh yeah,
Flight
my
Sim is an
Thank you for
incredibly
having
impressive
me.
game.
But
my
this makes
8th
a lot
grade
of
class
sense.
did like an
I
East
saw
Coast
during the
trip
trailer,
as like
there's a
our
collaboration
graduation trip from
between the
junior
Smithsonian
high.
National Air and Space
And I
Museum
got to
and
I got to
Flight
go to
Simulator.
DC for a little
Here
bit.
we are at the
I
National
did
Air and
love
Space
seeing the
Museum.
Smithsonian
So,
museums
let's talk about that
and this one
collaboration. Tell
here
me more
too.
about that.
Well,
Best
Jorg
my
and I
school
have
ever
been
got
talking for more than a
was a
year.
New
He
York
was looking
trip,
for me, and it turns out I was
at
looking for
one
him to
point,
ask the
which
same
was pretty
question,
cool.
which was, don't you
Yeah,
think
New
that
York
our,
is fun.
our organizations have a lot in common?
Especially when
I'm
you're
dying
in
to
like
go back.
11th, 12th grade. Yeah, it's neat to go to.
Yeah.
Although I was
hate that
I was a wuss because they were like they explicitly told us do not ride the subways, and my friends were like, hey, we're gonna go to Chinatown and get some legit Chinese food, but we gotta take the subway to do that. You want to come? I'm not supposed to, so no.
Not supposed to.
I was just worried that I was like gonna get in trouble or something bad's gonna happen, so I did not do it. And they came back and like, that was awesome.
With the content that we initially
So much cool things we got to see. And I'm like,
historic aircraft.
See, I went with my mom, and my mom was pretty cool about letting me go do whatever. Like, she was with me, so but she understood I wanted to see a lot of things. And we rode the subway, and I've ridden the subway dozens of times since. But the very first experience I had, there was just a homeless guy taking a piss, like right in the subway car.
Yeah. That's it.
I was like, Mom, that guy is peeing. And she's like, ew, get away.
I mean,
but as an adult, I've ridden it so many more times, I've never seen anything like that. But of course, it had to be my first time when I was a kid.
I feel like that's just meant to be the first time, because I know the first time I went to LA, hung out with Ash and all that, and
the subway in LA is awful.
And this is why I've always given Ash crap about LA, because one of the first things I saw getting there was just human feces right there on the side of the
Oh yeah,
I Row. You were staying next to Skid Row, man. Come on,
to be fair, Skid Row is terrifying and hilarious. I'm an Angelino by birth, so like I was born in LA and I lived there the first several years of my life. And I do remember one time my father was driving us somewhere, and a guy was walking across the crosswalk, stopped in front of our car, dropped his pants, took a shit, and then just pulled him back up and walked the rest of the way across the street.
As you do. As you do. That's
Daniel Forrest, we are in the presentation. They're talking about Flight Sim right now.
Yeah, so obviously we're staying on
We're super infested right now.
It's actually a huge coincidence. Jorg's been working on that Beechcraft since before we
The other
met.
thing I remember, Ash, is that somebody was really not happy about your bumper stickers. We were driving around with the top down, and some guy was just screaming at you for your stickers.
I remember that because I had a gay rights bumper sticker, an atheism bumper sticker. I covered it all.
Yeah.
LGBT rights, atheism, and what was the other one? I can't remember the other one, but yeah, I covered everything. It was great.
Yeah. Guy just rolls down his window and just starts yelling at us.
The other one was just a sticker saying I'd hit that and a link to the past font with a crystal switch on that. That was the other one.
Maybe he just really didn't like Link to the Past.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. He was a Ocarina of Time fan.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what he was upset about.
Fuck you, 3D Zelda's the best. The other stuff's fine. Yeah, I remember one of my first E3s, one of my friends who lived in LA at the time, he suggested a ramen place to us, and he's like, oh, let's just cut through Skid Row, it's fine, it's the middle of the day, nothing too sketch is gonna happen. And we're walking, and there's like two people fighting, and one dude has like a chain, and he's like whipping at the other guy with this chain, and there's a cop just standing there watching it happen. He's like, I'm not gonna get hit with that chain.
An incredible experience seeing all these planes and going through the history.
God, I remember when the last time we went to E3, because Amy was along, Amy and I went back to where we were staying early, while you guys, I think we were hitting the bar, and we were just tired and ready to get, go back. So we take a lift back to where we were staying, and it's I believe it was one of your friends, Steve, right?
Yeah, it was the same friend I was just talking about, Notch.
Yeah. So they, we were trying to get in contact with hey, come down and let us in, especially because as we were about to pull up, we saw a guy get mugged. Wait,
And he lived in a not bad part of town either. Is the funny part. Like Notch's house is pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. By the way, for those of you who don't know, we're not talking about that Notch. It's a different, much
No,
cooler
I have a
Notch.
friend. I have a friend
Yeah.
named Notch. That's short for Nacho.
Yeah.
But we don't call him Nacho.
A much cooler Notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair though, if we were hanging out with Minecraft Notch and somebody got mugged outside of his house, I would have many questions.
Yeah.
About what he did with his money.
Price Springer asks us what we want to see more gameplay of during the stream the most, and you answered your own question already, because prior to this you asked, do you guys think there will be any Silk Song? And I think it's possible, but that's what I want to see most, really.
Silk Song and Benedict Fox.
Oh, yeah. And Benedict Fox.
Probably won't.
I want a GoldenEye announcement, but that's not going to happen here. So
no, I don't think they would announce something.
No.
Just the passion that people have.
But that one hurt, I have to admit. I didn't really expect Banjo, but GoldenEye I kind of sort of did after the achievement leak. And that one hurts.
Yeah,
part of me wonders. Somebody was hoping for High on Life, so there we go.
Squanch Games,
Yeah.
and we're here to talk about High on Life.
Oh,
our
nice.
new
Right. I
action
forgot about
adventure
this.
Yeah, this looked
comedy,
great.
Metroidvania first
Squanch
person
Games
shooter
is fantastic.
That is
Wait, a
nothing
Metroidvania
at all.
first person?
A little bit.
Dude, don't trust
like
anything he's
Microsoft
saying.
itself.
Alright, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friend.
He just said it's like Microsoft itself.
Oh my god.
That's Justin Roiland, and he is an asshole.
That's our game, High on Life. Pretty insane. There's a lot to talk
Yes,
about.
Easy Dragon. I did hear
So,
about
Dustin,
the
you're
Agent
typically
64
known for
game.
working
Looked
in
really
animation.
interesting.
What brings you into the world of games? Why are you in the world of games?
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually ever seen Justin Roiland in
Have
person.
been my whole life. Always had ideas, always had, things I would love to make, but just never thought I could ever step into that arena because I lack all the skills needed.
You don't know how games work.
Other than like creative direction, creative ideas, like other than that, I lack all the skills to execute.
But that's why, that's part of why you want to start Squanch, right? Is like to be able to have an idea like that and let it grow to something amazing.
And to be able to be creatively free. I wanted to make games that I wanted to play. And that was sort of the spark that just lit the fire.
I still
of
miss
Squanch
the days
Games.
when they
And
called
then
themselves Squanch
we shipped
Tendo.
Trover and we shipped to
I don't think I
Captain
ever knew they
Plus,
did call
and
themselves
now
that.
we're
They
on
did, and
this
Nintendo basically told them to
absolutely
stop it.
dream game. This is
Their
like
first
a
few
real
games were published as Squanch
legit
Tendo.
swing,
Wow,
like
that's
a
funny. I did not know
proper,
that.
Like we're indie, but like this is like our AAA, or is it triple I for indie?
We're triple I.
Yeah. This is a triple I game.
So
Oh,
the
we
story
made it
of
about
game
halfway
mostly
through,
follows,
y'all.
Like Earth being invaded by this
It's
evil
been-
criminal
Deeply interesting
cartel
stuff.
of
Yeah.
aliens who come in and kidnap humans and start selling them on the black
Well, I should say,
market.
Derek,
I
we
do
made it
love-
halfway
And you're
through,
the
man.
one human.
You just got
who
here
you're
like
talking
5 minutes
to
ago,
and
Steve.
stop them.
I
And
love
when
the
you
look of
select
this game, though.
Hyper
Like,
Bond.
it really
Yeah,
is
I do.
visually
Like
super impressive.
No, I
opens
want to
the-
play
the
this.
portal door.
Yeah, Pentament's
to
coming
that
out.
That's
world
so
that they're in.
dark. What
Derek,
just happened
can you
there?
tell us a little
I know we
bit
saw it
about
during the main
the
trailer.
You
the
have
other
no
day, but-
idea.
the
There's
art
a
style of the game,
moment
the visuals.
in one of their
Yeah,
games
so
where you're
we spent a
talking
lot
to
of time
someone
kind of
and he's like
constructing
talking
and
about his
creating
kids
these awesome
and all this
aliens.
other like stuff about his life,
Mike
and
Hispano,
you're
who is our art
you're supposed to
director,
just take a
him and I
knife and
worked, like,
carve
a
his
ton
heart out
on
while he's
sort of
talking.
art
Oh
direction.
no.
He really kind of landed in this space, which was kind of Blade
You know,
Runner meets
as you
the
do.
Muppets. So we're trying to capture that feeling.
Yeah,
of
they
all the
don't tell you that
characters,
either.
especially our aliens.
It's just the only
And then
option
each
you have
world has its
available.
own kind of unique
Oh,
flavor, right?
nice.
I think some of the ideas came from
Yeah,
very
nobody's
kind of
like
core
kill him,
thoughts,
cut his
like,
heart
we
out. You
wanna
just have to
an
figure it
awesome
out that that's what you're
alien, like,
supposed to
drug
do.
dense
Oh my God.
asteroid. And yeah, what makes me really excited is
228
sort of
Renee,
really
no, it's just been
clear
deep dives on stuff they
and,
showed
like,
already on
almost deceiving
Sunday.
with
Nothing new
simple
yet,
narrative,
and
right?
we're not really
They-
expecting anything.
They
new,
said
really.
new trailers, but
So,
I
Alec,
guess
what-
not.
who are the guns? What's
Yeah, they did.
The
They did
guns
tease
are these
that.
talking
So
alien Gatlians. They're all shaped somewhat like a gun you'd find on Earth, but they've evolved to be just gun-like in their own way. And so this race of Gatlians,
I like they're called Gatlians,
each has their own
that's
unique
fun.
personality,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
unique set of abilities, and you're going to be rescuing them from this evil alien cartel, and together You got to stop the bad guys.
And get more Gatlians.
Yeah, collect more Gatlians.
The guns look
a lot
absolutely
of players
ridiculous.
are going to have very different experiences depending on what gun they favor.
Yeah, you kind of pick your favorite companion to have out a lot and hear their dialogue, be part of different dialogue scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at us, blasting away.
And sometimes you can unlock
Apparently
the guns in a different
they
order than
sort
another
of
player
teased
has.
GoldenEye's
So when you go
PC
back
game
through a
show.
level, you'll see things that you
They
would have been
did?
able to access if you'd done it.
I didn't hear about
That's
that.
come back.
That's a huge one.
All right, so we've talked about
I'm
this crazy
curious
good
about the
game that sounds
context.
amazing.
That's what Spicy
Why
Pan
should
Daughter
people
said.
be excited to play it?
As a studio, we are attempting to bring A-level.
Was it
adult
because of
comedy
Agent 64,
into
or was
video
there something
games.
else?
Something I love about Squanch is we would
Oh,
put
I
a lot
guess it
of
was because of
effort
Agent
into
64.
I'm guessing
whereas
it's
a lot
just
of other
Agent
studios wouldn't
64,
involve.
yeah.
Like a single small joke that 5 players might find.
Well, now I can.
I love
God, I
that
wanted
stuff.
that. I mean, I
love,
do still
pacing
think the
and,
whole
like,
GoldenEye thing is probably real. I just really thought we'd see
like
it.
if a player's trying to break
Yeah,
the
me
game
too.
a certain way, and then you
But
have
I
an
still-
answer for
I
that
still
for
wonder,
them,
though, if maybe
that is like such a memorable and amazing
Nintendo had some say in
moment.
how that gets
It's
announced,
almost
and
like
maybe they
watching
wanted to
TV,
announce
but
it
the
for
viewer's able to
NSO
reach
first
into
or
the
something.
That's true.
and
It
poke
could
a
be.
thing, and the character has to
You can
respond.
see
There's
that.
no way that you
And
make that deal
there's
without
so much
Nintendo
fun to be had.
getting
You can
GoldenEye
skip
for
it all. We
themselves
worked really
too.
hard on it.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah.
skip it.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to just like miss out on like.
Oh,
you know,
okay, yeah.
that's
Super
cool.
Pan
You
Daughter
don't wanna
3
play
says
the
there's
game
an
at all.
N64 style shooter. I
We're
forgot
not
the
gonna
name,
judge.
but I think
We're
it's
gonna be
probably
upset.
Agent 64. But they said for you golden-eyed viewers. That makes sense. Yeah. Very cool. That's so demented. I love it.
Console launch exclusive. This might actually be something new.
All right. World
Gun.
premiere.
So it's made by our friends at Sumo.
Looks like a Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre game.
Hot.
I think they showed this before. This was shown before, but I don't know if we've seen the full.
Man, so this Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform sequel looks different from what I expected.
So are you playing as Leatherface or?
Seems like it.
It does.
Oh no,
seem
multiplayer horror game. Okay, so it's like Friday the 13th, and yeah.
All right.
Friday the 13th didn't do it for me. I tried it and I wasn't
Oh,
a
yeah.
fan.
Pentiment. Pentiment looked interesting.
It did. Yes,
This
it did.
was-
Yeah, that was the game that had that kind of like
Pentiment is
very
a
interesting
narrative
art
adventure
style to
game
it.
set in 16th century Bavaria, which is part of the Holy Roman Empire. You play a character named Andreas
Moon Ghost
Mahler,
Doodle
who is
says
an
nuts and
artist
bolts 2 will be the
working at a
final
Benedictine
announcement.
abbey.
Calling it now.
He
Don't.
gets
Why would you
involved in
even put
series
that
of
out there?
murders and scandals
Don't
and
do that.
tries to
You
unravel
Banjo
them over a
fans and you
period
Mega
of
Man fans are
25
terrible
years.
to each other.
Yeah, you really
In
are.
Pentiment,
Right?
it is specifically referring to paintings in which there's an older painting underneath the painting that you see on the top. And if you scrape away the top layer, you see what was left behind. This has a bunch of significance. Obviously, you're playing a painter, but also it has a lot of significance to the idea of history kind of being covered and uncovered over time. When I saw narrative-driven games with really distinctive art styles, I was inspired to make a historical game that focused on the
I love
unique
these-
art
the
style
style.
of the early modern period that was really driven by the relationships between
interesting.
characters and the stories that played out over time. Hannah Kennedy was really integral to defining the art style of Pentiment, especially blending the late medieval illuminated manuscripts with the early modern woodcuts.
Yeah, so there's a lot of major points to solve and kind of marry between wanting this to be a true to the history, true to the feel of the source material that we were referencing as far as the narrative, but also thinking about the types of games that were like what we imagined we wanted as far as a gameplay experience.
From the beginning, I knew that I wanted to portray a community that changed over time, which meant that characters are changing over time. That's really the focus of everything. The buildings do change, but really it's the characters where you see all the crazy stuff happen.
It's really, I mean, like the art style isn't my thing as much, but I'm really impressed by how authentic it seems to be
And then I felt a weird,
to that period.
emotional reaction
Yeah.
to that
Yeah.
because I'm like,
I just realized I should probably get the
baby's all growing
subtitles
up.
back on. Oh, the characters will age over time. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really neat. That's neat.
I think the 16th century has always been really interesting to me because it was a time of such social upheaval in Europe.
Huh.
I think when we look at social change in the past, it seems like it's a thing that always happens outside of our time. But right now, I think we're maybe more aware than ever that social change is happening constantly, and people are always struggling with it. It's always a difficult process. And so I hope that by looking at people from the past, we can see that even though the setting might be different and the specific issues might be different, ultimately we always struggle with social
honestly,
change.
Adventure game. So neat.
Yeah.
Which one was as Dust Falls again? Oh, right.
All right, let's
Maybe we'll see
this one. Yeah, this one.
See how it actually plays, and I guess they're going to show the multiplayer.
I can't figure out. I can't wrap my head around how a game like this is multiplayer.
Yeah.
Oh, they vote.
It's okay. I was going to say maybe they vote on decisions. Okay.
I was gonna say it seems more like a TV show than a game, honestly.
Is to make a brilliant interactive experience for
I guess I could see
anyone
this
who
being
loves
fun in
brilliant
in a group setting, like you
so
vote
people
on
who
decisions
enjoy
and
films, people who enjoy TV
see how it plays out
series.
together.
It's also a social experience and about sharing these stories with the people you love.
I think we should stick to
It looks like some are on controller, some are on
my
like phone.
inspiration from
Yeah.
TV shows, prestige
Almost
shows
Jackbox
like,
style.
You know, Breaking Bad, Fargo. I really love Dog Day Afternoon. It's such a wonderful setup.
You try that again, and every last one of them leaves in a body bag.
When you write for interactive stories, it's all about the stakes. You want big choices, the tentpole ones that everyone will remember from the chapter they played, but also you weave in the smaller stakes, the drama bit, like the relationships. Are you gonna stay married?
When you lost your job, this wall went up. And I missed you, okay?
The game deals with very
this gets-
mature themes.
this gets
that you
intense.
don't really
Yeah, it's
find
like,
in a
man,
video
it's
game.
real.
It really gives you agency over characters that are
Like Marriage
relatable,
Problems,
that are
the game,
familiar to you.
or something.
It's
This
like
is
an interactive
intense.
story,
We're
but
more
with
serious
the
than I
power of video
expected.
game behind
Jeez.
it.
I only gotta yell and my brothers will come. Now hold your horses, young man. I think you should at least listen to what I have to say.
In the first book, it's mainly structured around.
I mean, this doesn't look bad. Like,
No.
I'm kind of intrigued by it.
In the middle
It's
of the desert in Arizona,
interesting,
so
but
it's a pressure cooker.
it's the motion that keeps throwing me off.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like they were trying to avoid it looking like an old school full motion video game, but it feels like it might have been better that way.
It kind of reminds me of that Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel, I think it was, on the PSP.
Yeah, I can see that.
Except obviously without Ayami I think it's Ayami Kojima, right? Her super stylized art.
Yeah.
On their journey.
But just the overall motion kind of reminds me of that.
Help them grow and change.
It's not like there's one golden path.
The Sidgewai Master, it's kind of another showcase. Basically, it's just a deeper look at the games they showed during the first showcase.
Story and different ending, and you feel like you're actually achieving something and shaping the story and also the character.
Some of your true self comes out into
Oh,
that thinking,
good call,
well,
Hustle
no, what
Bun.
would
Kind
you
of
do
reminds me
if
of how
I
the
did?
cinematics were handled in Max
And
Payne
at the
1.
end of the game,
Yes.
when you play, you
Mm,
take
yeah,
it back
Absolutely
to
reminds me of that,
and it
Hustle
reveals
Bun.
something
Good
about the player
call.
themselves, their values, and the way they interact with the others that they played with.
Oh, they're going to judge us
One of
after
the
making
really
the choices. This is
important
the
things
type of
was
person
that
you
Star
are.
could tell lots of different types of stories. We want to take really beautiful, sort of subtle facial performances, really strong dramatic moments, and just really represent that such that every frame is a painting.
Yeah, my bad. Thank
It's a
you,
single-player
Draftsman
and
Rossi. That's the
multiplayer
Castlevania Ash,
experience, so
Ayami
1
Kojima.
to
I was
8
talking
players,
about.
Because we wanted to draw in people who weren't necessarily gamers. Gamers are going to love this game as well.
Yoji
because
Shinkawa, I
it's
believe,
a
is who I was
very
talking about.
Mature,
My bad.
in-depth story. But this game really taps into your life skills rather than your gamer skills. Puts everyone on a level playing field. You did well there. That is a ferocious job.
I did it. You share the same character, you discuss, you make decisions, and majority wins. It's like each player is like a voice in the character head.
Are you taking the money this time?
I am definitely.
I do like the idea. I just like I'm
the cash.
struggle to
It's been a
think of
massive
like
journey,
which
and
friends I would get together to
can't
convince
believe
to
Yeah,
play this.
which of my friends would be
touching
not
distance
rowdy
to
enough
this
to
game.
just talk over the
yeah,
game
I'm
the entire
gonna miss
time.
it when it's done.
Like
I can't imagine a scenario in which we wouldn't just want to just play Smash instead.
Yeah.
But I like the idea.
Like, if the story was interesting enough, I could see Amy being interested in it.
Yeah. Like, I could play it with Basola, but I can't imagine that there would ever be a multiplayer scenario in which we wouldn't just play Smash or Jackbox or something else instead. Like that.
Yeah.
New vibrant world.
Hey, Slime Rancher 2, this looks great.
Yeah, and that wasn't at the original showcase. That's something.
Yeah, this is something new. I loved the way this looked when we first saw it. So colorful.
Look, see me. That off the screen. It's definitely pretty.
Moves for me, Derek.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. Pets kept me up last night.
Oh
so.
yeah.
Want it in and out, in and out. Oh, there you go. Hot Wheels coming to Forza, Ash. That's coming up.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
Slime Rancher looks great.
It really does. It's so bright and colorful. I think they called it, what, a cute-em-up at the time? Is that what the
cute-em-up
subgenre is called?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Which, I'm all about it. This is the kind of shoot-em-up I'd want to play. Or, sorry, FPS I'd want to play.
Uh-huh. I can totally imagine if this ever got, like, super, super popular, Dragon Quest would do something similar. It's like, all right, hey, we have slimes. Let's do this.
I could see that.
The environments are so cool looking.
Yeah, they are. 64 says, kept me up last night, kept wanting in and out and in and out. That'll definitely go to out of context.
It's always something.
Right? Yeah, this looks great. I would totally play this.
Very cute. I heard good things about the original Slime Rancher.
Me too. Like, I could totally just, like, chill out to this, just vibe with it.
Mm-hmm.
That sunset. Beautiful.
Very pretty. And it's coming to Game Pass, so you can just try it out.
There you go.
Yep.
Stay wiggly. I always try to stay wiggly. I'll totally. Yeah, I love that it's on Game Pass. God, Game Pass is just
in a while.
Amazing.
Yeah, Major Nelson.
Australia. Passport. I need a passport. Where's my passport? Passport.
Come on, dude. I've lifted heavier suitcases, lifted bigger
Right.
suitcases than that. Toughen up.
All right. Where's my Uber? All right, let's go. Let's go.
He's having a hard time with that luggage.
Seriously.
My man, did you just look at an Apple Watch on a Microsoft stream?
Does Microsoft have a watch?
I won't tell if you don't.
No. No,
Welcome
they
back to
don't.
Melbourne. It is so great to be here in person. Get ready for the showcase.
It's funny that they're just showing these like, hey, we had these live events around the world. Here's people's reactions to our events.
Yeah. Like, these are obviously from past pre-COVID events, but it's just like...
No, this is from Sunday, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I thought that these were from past events just because there's, like, no masks or anything. But I guess, yeah, we're past that point in terms of regulations. Yeah, I thought this was from a previous Fan Fest.
Nope.
No way. I mean, if you see a Series X or a Series S, it can't be from a
Fair enough.
previous one.
True enough. Yeah. Well, they were showing, before you got here, Steve, they were showing other footage from previous events. There were a couple people in chat saying, oh, they're from previous years.
It might not have been, though. We might have just missed it.
Yeah.
For Forza Horizon 5. So, Mike, let's start with how the team decided to
I
bring
gotta see
Hot
more of
Wheels
this.
to
I'm
Forza
excited.
Horizon 5's Mexico.
Our fans have been telling us for years about how much they loved Forza Horizon 3's Hot Wheels expansion. So we've been waiting for the right time to bring everyone another Hot Wheels adventure. Forza Horizon 5 presented the perfect opportunity to bring Hot Wheels to life like never before with the power of the Xbox Series X and S.
It really does sound like the perfect time for Forza Horizon and Hot Wheels. So I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about what to expect being in the clouds of Mexico this time.
Yes, you travel to the clouds above Mexico to visit the Hot Wheels Park, which is comprised of over 200 kilometers of the fastest, most extreme tracks yet. Once there, you'll join the Hot Wheels Academy and set out to take on Forza Horizon's most extreme racing yet and prove yourself a Hot Wheels legend.
Let's go.
As well as the iconic orange Hot Wheels track, you'll take on new driving experiences across gravity-defying magnet tracks, as well as ice, water flume, and rumble
Gotta
tracks.
love how this Hot Wheels expansion has more context than the Rails and Sonic Frontiers.
Are we expecting something similar in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as well?
Yes, so we're truly going to see the power of the Xbox Series X and S when we look at Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels all new biomes. The amount of detail and diversity that we can pack into the 4 new biomes is breathtaking. We have the rugged Giants Canyon, where you'll hear the growl.
I see near miss, and I just think, oh, I wish Burnout 3 Takedown would come back.
The ice cold frozen tundra drips into the glistening molten lava. In Forest Falls, you'll see a tree canopy towering over epic waterfalls.
It's funny, if I didn't know
And
they were
finally,
Hot Wheels
the
tracks, I would
visually stunning and
almost be
exhilarating
reminded of
Horizon
like
Nexus,
an F-Zero aesthetic, where you've got these
Festival
like
is suspended
thin,
among a web of
futuristic
Hot
looking
Wheels.
traps going through
And
these
there's more, 'cause
natural
new players can jump into Forza Horizon
planetscapes.
5 Hot
You're
Wheels
not
as
wrong.
early as possible
Yeah,
during the main games
it's
in
because
April
another
2020.
Hot Wheels. It's
And
hard
how
for me to
are
think of
people gonna be able
F-Zero,
to use
but if you
Event
take
Lab
that
in
out of it,
Forza Horizon 5
it's
Hot
like, oh, it's
Wheels?
really
So in
futuristic.
Event Lab, you'll have the freedom to design, build, and share using the new Hot Wheels
Oh wow,
creation
Soham
kit.
Powell went to
That's
install
over
Forza on
80
PC
new
Game Pass.
track
Dear
and
God,
skate
100
pieces that
gigabyte
instantly
install
snap
size.
together
What
thanks
happened
our
to
new
these
building
games?
tools. You can then share
What
your
you-
4K
creations,
happened
which
to
you
these
can
games
share
are
with
huge.
players to
Yeah, that's what you
discover
get.
and play.
That's
We are
the
anticipating
payoff.
our community building an ever-evolving catalogue of new player-created Hot Wheels events.
I just
that
have to
everyone
swap
will
out
enjoy.
what I have
all
installed in
sound
my
absolutely incredible,
PS5
Mike, but
in
I'm
order
gonna
to
ask
make
you
the
the
move.
most
Yeah,
important
it's
question in the
driving
room.
me crazy how often I have to delete
Yes.
games this
So
generation.
we have 10
Yeah.
new amazing
Constantly.
cars coming to the pack, including 4 new Hot Wheels cars, which have been scaled up to real-life proportions. We have the Diora 2, the Bad to the Blade, the Baja Bone Shaker, and the Chevrolet Hot Wheels
not
Coco
payoff, that's the
Camaro.
cost.
Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels introduces the most extreme tracks we've seen yet in Forza. So we've added some new extreme track toys and hypercars to go with them. I want to call out the Hennessy Venom F5 and the Mosler MT900 GT3. Their speed is unlike anything
Man,
we've
I
seen
can't
before.
wait to
So
play
we know
this.
Forza Horizon 5 fans naturally love co-op, so how is that continuing in Hot Wheels?
So, in a first for Forza, you can join up with your friends and play from the very start of the experience in co-op. You and your friends will then take on a new campaign, moving your way up through faster and faster car classes until you unlock the extreme speed of X-Class and become a Hot Wheels legend. You can also choose to take on the world in Horizon Open or team up with your friends to take on a team of drivatars in the Horizon Tour.
Ooh, I absolutely love that. Final question now, though. When can we expect to play?
Oh yeah, I am
So
all
Forza
about
Horizon
this.
5 Hot Wheels releases on July 19th on Xbox Series X and
Not
S,
long,
Xbox
Ash.
One,
A month.
Windows PC, and
Yep.
Steam.
Although I think that's right around
Thank you
Xenoblade
so much for
Chronicles
joining
3,
me. This
so
has
I'm
been
out.
So much fun.
I know,
That or
right?
Live
To
Alive.
play.
Yeah, that thing is live. That's for me. I'll be playing Live Alive, so that's right around then. Too much to play. I'll find time for this, though. I'll make time for it.
Oh, well, there you go, Ash. Here's Fall Guys.
Oh, hey, Fall Guys. Free to play.
Why do I feel like this is basically a family-friendly version of the intro to a Jackass movie?
I mean,
Right?
it kind of is.
I can't wait for this to go to free to play so we can play with more folks here at GVG in the Patreon community.
And apparently, Mori comes out on Friday.
I know, I just saw that, and Vedran, I want to, but here's the thing, and I have a good reason. But there's another game that comes out a day before that, a little game called Shredder's Revenge, which I also have to play.
Yeah.
But Omori is going to be played as well. Don't worry, I'm not like forgetting about it. But Shredder's Revenge, man.
Oh, that's Master Chief.
Oh no, Master Chief Bean, Master Bean,
Master Bean,
Chief Bean. I love Fall Guys' marketing and just whole overall image.
It's neat, but it still seems like it's dragging a bit.
It's a little bit long. It's just so silly. I love it.
I don't recognize the character grabbing.
Oh,
the
apparently
crown
they're making
Master
fun of the
Chief.
Halo 3 Believe commercial.
I think they are. Yeah,
I
that's what that
completely
is.
forgot about that
I
commercial.
just realized that is that's great.
I completely forgot about that commercial.
That's so cool.
Spartan Showdown.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Now, onto our next block.
That's cool.
Unintended, of course. Minecraft Legends is the action strategy take on the franchise you never knew you needed. I'm here with Dennis Rees from Mojang Studios, who has just released the
still
world
don't
premiere
need it.
trailer
Sorry,
of
guys.
Minecraft Legends. Dennis, welcome to the show.
I know some
Thanks for
people are
having me,
excited
Emily.
for
So happy
Yeah,
to
some
see you.
people
This is a
definitely
really
want to play
exciting time
this.
for the team.
I'm
Let's
just
talk Minecraft as a whole, though.
This is
That
like
game, I
Halo
have nothing
Wars,
to back
except
this
I
up,
don't
but
like
feel
the
like
property it's
everyone on the
based
planet's
on.
played Minecraft at this point, but that wasn't enough for you all. You all went and made Minecraft.
Vedran, you're
Dungeons,
missing out,
and now
man.
we're moving
Fall
on to
Guys Season 1
recently
is
revealed
nothing like
Minecraft
what Fall
Legends.
Guys is like
So one,
today.
tell me a little bit about
They've
what it
added
means
so
for the team
much
to
cool
actually be
stuff
able to
and
reveal the
fun
game,
rounds,
then
and
two,
it's a
just
completely
what
different
Minecraft
game
Legends
now.
is.
The game has gotten a lot
We are so
better.
excited
Yeah.
to finally be able to talk about this game with the world. We've been working on this game for some time now.
I think Mega Man 8 has
Minecraft
the
Legends is an
rewind
action
feature
strategy
in
game is set
Classic,
in the
right?
Minecraft universe.
It doesn't.
Oh, it
And
doesn't?
in order to
Legacy
build
Collection
this,
2
we
didn't have the
wanted
rewind
to
feature.
partner with
Oh,
a
okay.
great company
Yeah,
that
it only
understands
has
strategy.
bespoke checkpoints.
And so that's when we reached out with Blackbird Interactive. And in doing so, we were able to create an experience that is welcoming for
Yeah, no
people
rewind in
who
Legacy
may have
Collection
not
2,
played
but you
Minecraft,
can
but also people who
have multiple checkpoints
and,
per
I mean,
level
You've seen the
that can help
trailer. It's about going and traveling
drive down the
through
difficulty a little
these
bit.
beautiful biomes, exploring
Yeah,
this
save states,
world that
essentially.
is familiar yet still mysterious. And so as you explore these lush biomes, you collect resources, and then you use those resources to build defenses from these dangerous but very cute piglins. And in those offensive, you're able to fight them back and send them back to where they come from. And you know what? You're going to
But I
probably
didn't think
wanna
Pigmen
build
attacked
some
unless you attack
alliances with
first.
some unexpected
What the hell?
friends because they're going to help you actually defeat the piglins and send them back to where they come from.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh
and
yeah,
I love what you
Top
said
Dog,
about,
those
trying
and
to make a
Hustle
game
Bun,
that's
those
both for
snowboarding
fans of
sections
Minecraft
are
that exist and new
so
fans
annoying.
coming
Once
in.
you get used to them, they're a
Minecraft
lot
can go in
easier,
so many
but
different directions. I feel
getting
like
over
with
that
a
initial
new
hurdle is a
game.
pain in the ass.
What made you choose action strategy?
Well, really, it was many years ago, as a group of
Oh,
folks at
boy. Oh,
Mojang
sorry.
sitting around talking about what
No, same.
game
This is
genres
like-
they really enjoy.
This is
And
dry.
action strategy
Not
This is
doing it
very
for me.
dry.
The more
Yeah.
popular ones that came up, and so we started to think about who we could partner with to build that experience, and that's where we.
Joe
came
Mama,
into
I don't
Blackbird
believe John
Interactive.
plays
That was back in
Fortnite.
2018, and the
No, I
project
think of
was
all of us, I'm
codenamed
the only
Badger.
one that plays Fortnite.
And,
But I don't
it's an
play
interesting little
Battle
fact
Royale.
for many
I
of those
play Save the
people
World,
that
which means I
might
basically don't
follow
play
Minecraft.
Fortnite.
If you go back to Minecon 2018,
I've never even heard of
and
Save
you
the
look
World.
at
That's the
the
single.
only thing
That's
I
the
know
that's
of.
the, like the
was
single player
wearing,
content.
You'll see a
There's
graphic
there's
on
single
there
player
from the
content in
shape of a
Fortnite. I
bell
didn't know
head.
that.
It's
And really,
it's
that
not
was meant to
single
be an
player, but it's
Easter egg
PvE
for
instead
years
of
for-
PvP.
Oh, okay.
right,
I didn't
right.
even know PvE
I gotta say, I love a
content
good
was included.
Easter
So
egg.
so
Now, where would you say
Fortnite
that
originally
Minecraft
was
Legends fits in
just
the overall
Save the
Minecraft
World.
universe?
Battle Royale
Well, the
didn't come
Minecraft
until a
universe
couple
just
years
always
after
growing
Fortnite came
and
out.
I did.
And if it's
Tell
not
shows you how
from-
much I know
It
about
was basically
Fortnite.
them just trying to like, oh
It's from
hey,
Mojang, specifically, like you mentioned,
Player
Minecraft
Unknown
Dungeons.
Battlegrounds is
Great
very
example of Mojang
yeah, it was
now,
this
and
huge
they
thing.
built
We
this
should make our
dungeon
own, and then it just got
experience in the Minecraft
bigger.
universe.
Like, it just
Right,
blew up.
right.
Love
No,
it.
PUBG I
It's
remember.
wonderful.
I
And
did
with
not.
Minecraft Legends, we're trying
Just
to do
shows
something
you how
similar,
little I
like-
follow this
and here we're
segment.
gonna be
I
introducing
missed
a
the boat on
narratively-driven
Fortnite so
campaign
hard. So
with a
Epic
whole
was
bunch of
courting me
characters
at the time when
and
they
a lot
first
of
released
other
Fortnite.
things
They were like,
that I'm
"Hey,
not
would you
ready
like
to
to play
share
our
right
new game,
now.
Fortnite?" And I was like,
Dennis,
I had
thought
seen
we
it
were
at
friends. I thought
at
we were friends.
E3,
You
and I
can
was
share
like,
with me and
"Oh,
everyone
this game looks
watching."
cool. Like, I love the
Okay,
aesthetic. I
won't
love
cry
the idea
anymore,
of like
tell us when the game
shooting zombies, but
can keep
looking
up to date.
cartoony and
coming
having
out
a
in
building aspect, and they sent me like 5
PC
codes for the
and
game to get friends to
console
play it
on
with me,
Xbox Game
and I did.
Pass.
We all played it and we
And if you
enjoyed
wanna
it.
know more,
But I was like,
just
it's not
follow
gonna
us,
make it real
Twitter,
big.
or jump on
Dumbass.
Yeah,
Steve,
I'm so excited to jump into
really good
it.
at predicting
Thank you
things.
so much for
Could have been
stopping by and giving
flossing
us
in
a lowdown.
Times Square if I had just been on my game a bit more. No, I'd never sell my soul that hard.
Right.
We're here at Xbox Fan Fest. We got a whole lot for y'all to check out, so let's get it in.
Yeah, Joe Mama says Battle Royale was a last-ditch effort to emulate PUBG. Interesting.
It's the only way for it. It's
yeah.
I think the entire story is entirely through the Battle Royale mode now.
Okay.
All those seasons.
Yep.
Yeah, I've kind of like completely glossed over the whole Battle Royale thing, except for Mario 35 and Fall Guys, I guess, ironically. Insofar as they even count.
I couldn't believe when I was here on site that I would get to meet the real Master Chief.
Experience here.
Oh my God.
Go to this world. It was really cool to see.
I didn't know that any of these live events were happening, but I'm...
Wait, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle Royale?
I was not aware of that.
Brandon,
Also,
you need to
Gabe-
be elaborating.
What a day we had today.
Gabe Valdez with $5. Thank you very much, Gabe. Will GVG be live streaming the 10-minute Final Fantasy stream on Thursday? Love the work y'all do at GVG. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Gabe. And yes, we will be. We are absolutely reacting to that.
Absolutely, yeah. Cannot wait. Hey, Silk Song did make it in for
There we
4
go.
seconds.
Here we go.
Right.
Oh wait, that is licensed music like crazy. Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Not doing that. We won't be doing any live streams of old E3s, Euros. Oh yeah, I've seen Tiny Kim before. I think Some Call Me Johnny did a video on that. It looked interesting.
Yeah. It might be fun at some point to revisit old E3s, but a live stream definitely wouldn't be the way I'd want to do it.
Nah.
Right. It'd be fun to do like a bespoke recording of it. I'd like to react together to the Konami 2010 press conference. Still one of my absolute all-time favorite.
That'd be fun.
Press conferences. I love that show so much.
So apparently one of the Yu-Gi-Oh animes had a Battle Royale arc that was really bad.
Oh, okay.
Which you think that... I feel like the mechanics could work if done right, but oh well.
Aw, Uros Kessick says, thank you. I like you guys. Well, we like you too,
Thanks.
Uros. Thank you.
Very much appreciated.
A game just called Soup Pot.
You make soup. And pot.
All right.
There's Silk Song. Are they still doing the licensed music, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Unreleased,
Yeah, they
the
relegated
gaming
Silk Song
ecosystem
to a sizzle reel.
organization here at Xbox. Sarah, it's so great to have you.
It is awesome to be here and so good to see you too.
Yes, I'm super excited for this conversation because as we know, game creators are crucial to Xbox's success. And whenever you talk about them, it's with such like passion and tenacity. I love it. And it sounds super important to
Well,
you.
I think
and
we're in
the
the
rest
last
of Team
15 minutes or
Xbox.
so now.
my question
Yeah, I
to
think
you
so.
is, how do creators inspire the work that you and your team do?
The creators are just the bedrock of
I really want to
everything
go
we
back
do
and
on
watch
my
the
team.
Wholesome
And we
Direct.
really
I've heard
think
so
about
many
it.
good things about what was shown in it.
Apparently like
comes from
90
is it
different
starts
games were shown.
with someone who has a creative
And like
idea
a lot
that
of the
they
games
choose
shown in the
to
previous
put
Wholesome
into
Direct
a
were
game
games that
that
are
we
right
all
up my
get to
alley. So
experience and
I think my wife and I
enjoy.
are going to maybe
And
go
that's
back
really
and
the
watch it
bedrock
tonight
of
and
our
just
industry,
see
what
what we see.
motivates
I
us
feel like
is
that's
to
straight
help
up at
those
Amy's
people,
alley as
those
well.
developers bring
Yeah.
their stories out. And we think about it in three ways. You know, how do we create a vibrant and engaging gamer community for them to come to through Xbox? What are the set of tools and services?
Yeah, everybody's
that we
saying
give them to
Wholesome
make it
Direct and Day of the
easier
Devs
and
were the real
faster and more
MVPs. The
affordable
two that we
for
didn't
them to
stream.
make a game?
And we missed,
And
yeah,
how
we
do
missed Day
create
of the
a range
Devs.
of
Damn, we
business
almost
models that they
decided
can
to do
use?
Day of
Because
the
a business
Devs.
model really enables them to perform all
Ah,
sorts
I
of
hate that
different
we
types of
missed.
innovation.
Yeah, business
We should have
models,
chose that
tools,
over Xbox
resources,
Extended.
all these provide
Yeah.
choices, and it's increasingly
There's so many things
choices
happening,
for
and
not
it's hard
only
to
the
know what's going to be a
developers,
hit
but the players
beforehand.
themselves
Yeah.
as well.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
for
remember
example,
this
you
for
and your
next
team
year,
just
though, for
announced a
any
new
more
I-
Xbox
that's gonna
Extended
bring
showcases.
Yeah,
demos to
I think
players.
anything
Can you tell us a
beyond
little
what
bit more
Xbox
about
does
Project
at the
Warcraft?
base doesn't need to be really
Project
covered because
Warcraft.
this has
Yeah.
been
I
a
love
nothing
these
show.
project
Let's
names.
be
I wish they
honest.
would just let me name it, but
Yeah,
they
just
won't.
say it.
I know,
You know?
they won't.
Yeah. I mean, at least with the Treehouse Presents, they usually show gameplay, like really long gameplay of stuff they showed off at E3, but this isn't even that.
No, this is just talking slightly about the game
and you would go to the show
showing the
floor,
same
and you get to play a
footage
demo
or
a piece of a game,
you know,
and the
look how
developer
much
would be
we
right there
care.
next to you, talking to you about their
Yeah,
experience,
or
asking
showing
you to try
fans at
things
live
out, asking
events.
your
Like,
feedback. And
I
that
mean,
was one of the
cool.
things
I'm
I
glad
loved
they
the
did those
most about those
events, but
experiences. We just
it
don't
almost
have
feels like
them as
rubbing
much
it in a
anymore,
little.
you know,
Yeah.
with
Like,
the
hey,
way
we
that
did
the
all these
world has
events
evolved.
that you weren't
And so we
at.
thought, God,
I
how
know.
can we make Game Pass like
Hell's a
that?
Poppin'.
How
I've
can
not
we
I've not
use
watched the
the
Wholesome
power
Direct
of
yet, so I don't know
Game
what
Pass,
games
all
are
the
in
great
it. But I agree with
discovery and player
Daniel here,
engagement in it,
Evernight. I kind
and
of
how
wish
to
we did
create for
react to
creators
the
that
Wholesome Direct. I
opportunity
think
to
that
engage
was
with fans early as they're creating their game,
flub on our
and
part, but
also
we'll
for
remember for
players
next
to
year.
get to experience something that they're
Well,
really
next year we'll probably be way
And so that's
too
what we're gonna do.
fucking
That's
busy
true,
to
actually.
react
Yeah,
to all-
because we'll be at E3. Yeah.
Piece, a level of their game, and put it into
That's a
Game
good point.
Pass,
And
so they can get
we'll,
that
we
great
will need to
feedback
figure
and
out a way
players
to
can
react
engage
to
with
like
them. And we
the
know it's a lot of
Nintendo
work
Direct
sometimes
next
for
year if there is
developers to
one.
do that, so we're also gonna compensate
But
them
we'll
for their
probably be
participation
at
in
the
the program.
show.
I'm
Hopefully
so
there will be
excited for
live
what's gonna
events,
come.
and hopefully
Yeah.
we'll just be at
I
those.
think the one thing that
Yeah,
we all
exactly.
miss is that
We'll see what actually. We'll see if
connection, right?
Sony
But-
even decides to
now that
go.
you're able to come back
You never
into
know.
conferences and
Microsoft
stuff like that, we
did
still need to deepen it, because by deepening
in
that
previous
connection,
years
you're
provide
diversifying
streaming
the
setups
voices,
for
and then that in return helps
YouTubers
diversify the
to
games
react
and bring
live
diversity
from
into
the actual
games.
show.
Completely.
Right.
So
Microsoft
who knows?
help to
Who knows? Who
further
knows?
that front?
Yeah, we think about it all the time, frankly.
Maybe
as
we can make that
Microsoft,
happen.
as Xbox,
Because that would be
and
kind of
19 in
cool to be
particular,
like
because
up in one of the
creators
broadcaster
support
booths and
everything
actually
we do.
like
You know, if you think about a
react
game,
live
it
from the
enables
show.
you to experience
RV Rocks, they've already said they
in a way
plan
that
to
is
come back with an
deep and
in-person E3
immersive,
next year.
unlike
Now they
any
could
other
still
form of
cancel it
media.
again
So
from
the
between
importance
now
of
and then,
everyone
but
having an equal
they have already signaled their
opportunity
intention
to
for
share
E3 to
their
come back
story
as an
and their
in-person
perspective
show.
through a game.
And
this
to be
year.
fair,
Both
to
companies
shaping
have
our
already.
perceptions,
E3 is
talk about,
massively
what we
profitable.
believe, to
So
broaden our perspectives,
the ESA has
is
to be
critical,
feeling the
and we
effects
think
of
about that all the
basically
time.
taking
So
3 years
what we've
off.
done as a team is we're continuing to expand the
And
set of
I'm
developers who we're
sure
engaging
that
with
at
and
least
bringing them into
internally within the
Xbox
ESA,
ecosystem. We've
the
actually
last
more
thing
than
they want
doubled
is
the
for
number
Jeff
of
Keighley to
developers
take
that are
over
making
E3.
games for Xbox.
Yeah.
And we saw
I don't think they would like
in
that.
the last day, which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
he's very
And the
clearly
other
trying to
thing that we
position
did this
Summer
year
Games
is for the
Fest as a
first time
replacement,
ever, we
and it'll
actually
be
have a
really
presence
interesting
in
to see how that
Africa.
all
We have our
shakes out
first
next year.
Xbox employee in Africa.
I mean, clearly we're at the point
specifically
where physical
dedicated to
events
working with
just in
creators the
general
region.
are back.
So
And not even just
what
in the
message
game
would you
industry,
like
but
to leave
concerts
for
and
creators who are
raves and
interested
that
in
stuff is just
starting in the
back.
industry?
Yeah, I get
So,
that question a
you know,
lot.
unless
People say to me,
something
"Gosh, I would
crazy
really
happens
like
between
to
now
get
and
to be
then,
part of the
there's
game
really no
industry.
reason to
I'd
believe
love to
E3
make a
wouldn't
game.
be back.
How do I break
Yeah, it'll be
through?
really
How do I
interesting
get
to see
involved?
because I think
They say,
companies are
first
all
of all,
handling it
network,
differently.
talk to
I know in the
people,
past,
meet people,
like
connect with people, just how you
third-party
and I
publishers have
connected,
invited
actually,
us
at
to
an
do
industry
like
event, which
remote
we met,
demos
which was
or let
so
us
fun.
watch
You know,
footage of a
build
game.
that network and that
Nintendo
community,
has
because it's
been
so
pretty
critical in
pretty
every
strict
industry, but I
on
think
travel and not
particularly in
allowing
gaming,
people to like
right?
fly in
You know,
to
go
preview
to industry
events.
conferences like
So
GDC, meet people.
I'll be
learn,
curious to see
try
like
that out.
the
If
next
you're
preview
interested
event
in making a
Nintendo
game for
hopefully
Xbox,
invites
you can
us
actually
to.
go to gethub.com. You
If
can
if
actually
they
download the
are feeling a
Xbox
bit
Game
more lax
Developer
on
Kit
that.
and get
But
started. And once you have
a lot
game
of
concept, you can
preview
also
events just
submit
haven't been
online
happening
through
because of all this.
ID@xbox.com. And then you can
I miss them.
self-publish
I miss it.
Xbox, which is
I used to go to
another great way.
regular preview
And of
events
course,
right here in
if you
LA
actually
with
wanna get involved
Gollin,
in the
Nintendo's
industry,
PR people,
all
and I miss
companies
those
are great,
events.
but I highly recommend you check out coming to work at
I will
Xbox.
never ever forget the one that bummed me out the most is when Square canceled what sounded like an amazing Final Fantasy 1997.
I remember because you and I both were going to go.
Heard from
Yeah,
so
I was going to
many
meet you
amazing
there,
developers
and here I
on
am in LA.
today's show.
That was
Now, before we finish, is
I was
there
ready to
anything else you want
drive
share
in
with
for
us?
that because it sounded
We were
amazing.
talking earlier about the importance of
But yeah,
people being able to
I never knew
tell
what
their
happened with
story
that.
through a game,
Because it
and how
was
incredibly
well.
powerful it is. I mean, when
I
we
don't
were
know.
talking about that,
No, it wasn't
I was
quarantine
thinking
times yet, was
about
it?
an
I think it was.
experience
I
as a
think
teen
it
that
had
had
just.
been very
I
touching.
think it had just started.
So, you know, a couple of years ago, we started really consciously extending the
Hey,
depth,
Hellzoos.
breadth,
Hi,
and
Ash,
content
Steve,
that
and
we have
Derek. I
in the
just finished
Xbox
Kirby and the Forgotten
ecosystem.
Land post-game,
And
and
it was
wow, what a
through
game.
that
I
that
enjoyed
I
it
got
much
to
more than I
know
first
the team
expected.
making
Keep up the good
Stalker
work.
2
Love from Finland.
really
Well,
well.
thank
And
you
I had
very
the
much,
Intro
Hellzoos.
game last
And
year
love
in
to
the
you,
Xbox
all the
Game
way from the
Showcase, and it
U.S.
was
Thank
just
you very
incredible.
much.
And you know, the thing was, when I was looking at that game last year, and I was looking at the story that they were telling, and they were talking about the beauty of the land and their dedication to their culture and their
there's
country.
something-
And I thought, wow, this is a cool game. This is
Oh,
a
yeah.
compelling story.
Memories of Better Days.
But
Oh, go ahead,
sitting
Derek.
here today,
Price Springer, no, there's
you
not
know,
going to be any kind of
recognizing that
announcement
that
at the end.
team
We got a
is
few small things, but
Ukrainian,
it's nothing
they were
major.
based in Kiev.
Yeah.
Looking at that story
Sky DM's
and what they
team
were
reminded me
showing
of
to the
Better Days.
world
I
just
remember when Rhythm
feels
Heaven Mega Mix was revealed during a
entirely different
Treehouse.
and
Absolute
far
hype.
more
I remember that too.
poignant and visceral.
And
You know,
Here's a conversation starter there, Steve. Apparently, Charles Martinet is going to be in the new Dragon Ball movie. Not sure who he's playing, but he's going to be in it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I have seen the new Dragon Ball movie, and I feel sorry for Charles.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Are you okay with
and
Dragon Ball like slice of life stuff, or do you prefer the action?
Oh, it's not the slice of life stuff that's bad. It's definitely not. It's I definitely prefer the action, but I think they're both good. Like but I would just, without going into any spoilers, since I know most people haven't seen the movie,
that they wanted us to share with all of
the action is just bad.
Like,
it's
really,
it is I would say, if you, I consider the Toei movies and the Toriyama movies to be completely separate, and this movie is right up there with the worst of the Toei movies in terms of just the narrative they put together. Like, I'm sure the movie will find its fans, but I'd be curious what it is those fans like about it.
It can't be worse than Resurrection F.
It's way worse. Infinitely worse. Like, I promise you, it is really bad. Like, it's impossible to really explain why it's bad without going into spoilers, so I won't. But I will just say, hit me when you've seen it, because
I have to wait till August.
Yeah. I'm gonna rewatch it in August when it comes out officially in U.S. theaters, but
That bad, huh?
It's bad, man.
I can't even imagine that badness. That's the thing. Because I feel like the trailer done a pretty good job of making me.
The trailers are definitely hiding the worst parts of the movie.
Oh wow!
Like the stuff in the trailer, all of that's actually good, and there are some good sequences, but it's like, yeah, just the actual final fight is such a nothing burger of a fight, and it's really like. You're gonna start wondering if they handed over the reins to like fan fiction writers, because
that is harrowing to see. Like, if you talk about Dragon Ball, as this harrowing Ukraine stuff is on. Jeez.
Yeah, watching Ukrainian game dev. This is.
These are the guys who are making Stalker.
Yeah.
Jeez.
God, this is just heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah, it is.
I saw the one developer was like working in a laundry room.
Yeah.
Because their office was
now.
Yeah.
Я Олексій Іванов, ком'юніті-менеджер проекту Stalker 2. Зі зброєю в руках захищаю свою країну від російської агресії.
Привіт, я Макс, наративний дизайнер гри Stalker 2.
I gotta say, this is something for Xbox to put in there.
Побачимось на релізі. Слава
Good on them.
Yeah. Man, that's just heart-wrenching. Well, I'm glad they included that in the presentation. That's
seriously.
As much of a downer as it is, it's important.
It does feel weird to show gameplay afterwards.
It does.
I mean, it's like this is what they went to in order to get this gameplay.
Are you sure the perimeter surrounding the zone is really enough? If a powerful emission were to occur,
well, I'll buy this game. I don't even know if I'll like it, but I'll buy it.
I've heard good things about the Stalker games, so.
Yeah, I've heard it's a good series. I just, man, when you see the lead AI designer manning a machine gun.
Yeah.
Right.
For short, I believe the wonders that we will bring to the world far outweigh the potential risks.
How big are these risks exactly?
The zone reveals a whole new world. we can stick with the old one.
I saw a few of you asking why we don't just switch gears and react to the Wholesome Direct now, and that's because I know at least Derek has a hard stop in about 30 minutes, and I also have day job work to get back to.
Yeah.
If that was something we were going to do, yeah, Steve does as well, so I think if that was something we were going to do, it would have to be something we scheduled, and, you know, it's already kind of old news at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah. Would have been better to do right as it happened, so.
Yeah, but we will, you know, keep that in mind for next year. Like I said, I really wanted to do Wholesome Direct, but it just wasn't sure it was going to be worth it from a stream standpoint. But next year, if we're able to do it, amidst actually being at E3, assumedly, then we'll absolutely do it.
City officials urge people to stay calm, assuring them the situation is totally under control.
But I am looking forward to watching it with Basola. I think I'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, I've not seen much of it, but it just feels like something Amy would really enjoy because she loves a lot of the styles.
Moon Ghost Doodles, you're so right. It's admirable that after all that, they have the drive to make a game. I'd be depressed as hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I guess it brings some sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, that's a sobering way to end this.
Right?
Oh, yeah, no
Jeez.
shit.
Holy cow.
Wow. I can see why they ended on that. Because anything else would have been such a downer. But at the same time, ending on that is such a downer. But
Yeah.
again, I get why.
You have to. You have to do that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, we made it to the end. I don't think that we'll be reacting to another extended Xbox showcase.
No,
We have learned our lesson from this year.
This was a fluff piece, other than again the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, other than the end. Yeah. But yeah. Man, I just I don't know even what you say after that
Yeah,
ending.
I know.
It's like, yeah, video games. It's
Woo!
like, yeah, you know.
Like, and how do you even can't even really complain about it? It's just what it is.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Our very own Daniel just tagged me in our crew channel asking if I had seen the trailer for Melatonin, which is apparently a game with a lot of strong Rhythm Heaven vibes.
I did see
I have
that.
not seen this yet. I am intrigued.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I am intrigued. But yeah, we will be back on Thursday, as we were saying earlier, for the Final Fantasy VII presentation. That's 3 p.m. Pacific, right there?
Yes, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be there. I'm not sure how many of us, but probably more of us than today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
this wasn't a great time for a lot of us today, but yeah, well, as many of us as possible will be there. John might not, because it'll be 11 p.m. for him. So
yeah. It is only 10 minutes long, so we'll have we'll be there early, do the whole thing, got all that, so.
And of course, we'll be, keeping our ears to the ground as you all will for Nintendo Direct confirmation, and whenever that happens, we'll be obviously reacting to that.
Oh, God, yeah, of course.
Yeah, clearly.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, I guess we'll be back on Thursday, as Ash said, and do all that from there. And we of course get more content out there. And if you want to support us even further, you can take a look at our Patreon. But if you can't, hey, maybe think about doing any kind of support for Ukraine in the spirit of that. So
yeah,
definitely. Yeah. And also on Thursday, Shredder's Revenge. We'll all be doing a team stream of Shredder's Revenge. It'll finally be out. We're so excited.
Yeah, that'll be.
Can't wait. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. One more thing. Anjani with $3 super chat. Thank you very much, Anjani. YouTube is recommending Derek's 5 rarest games.
Yes.
Hell yeah, Derek.
See what they are.
Nice. Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Go check
them out. Yeah. All right. Sorry to interrupt you, Derek.
All right. See you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.